All right. We should be working. We should be rocking and rolling, as it were. Hello, everybody. Raven Knight here. Get my camera set up a bit better. There we go. Let's hope that it lasts. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing okay. Raven Knight here. We are very excited to be here for you guys today. Let's pop out of that and head over to YouTube. We're going to find the stream so that we can keep it. No. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to find the stream so that we can keep an eye on things. There we go. Hello, Aaron. How you doing? Here we are. This is it. Click on that. All right. Now it says it's live in 67 minutes. So we got a little over an hour. Very excited for that. Let's, but I thought we could hang out and chat for a little bit. I always do this. For like the first 10 minutes or so. I like to hang out and chat with you guys. So how y'all doing today? It's a happy Wednesday. I got the day off just to do this with you guys. By the way, quick shout out to all of you who are on Twitch, which is, what's that number on Twitch? 3 people. We have 3 people on Twitch. So you 3 people who are on Twitch right now, congratulations. You are actually going to co-stream this with me. You will get Twitch drops just for joining me today and watching the stream. As you watch the stream with me, as we all watch it together, you will be able to get Twitch drops from watching. So enjoy that, guys. It'll be awesome. So thank you to the 3 of you. Now we have 6. Okay, it doubled. So some of y'all got the message. Awesome. But as long as y'all are watching the stream with me, you will get access to the Twitch drops. So let me make a quick adjustment here. Oh yeah, I need to finish that video. Hold on. I got a script up on my little tablet here. Let me pull up this. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm making sure that I'm all set. This is the nice thing about starting like over an hour early. It means that I have plenty of time to get myself situated. Get my phone out, put it on vibrate. But I wanted to get started. A little bit of a late start today for me, if I'm being honest. Okay. Hold on. There we go. There we go. That fixed it. All right. We should be good to go. We should be good to... What? Oh, come on. 1 second, guys. Email from work, sorry. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, we're back. Okay. I'm actually seeing the stream from both Twitch and YouTube. Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever works. Will they reveal a year 20 or For Honor 2? No, I don't think so. What this is, I saw a couple people in chat guessing earlier what this is going to be. This is just revealing the second half of Season 1. For Honor breaks its seasons into 2 halves. Title Update 1 and Title Update 2. We just got through Title Update 1. Starting tomorrow, we're going to get Title Update 2, which is the second half of the season. So we're getting some new updates. We're getting some new content. We're getting, if I remember right, 3 hero skins. So 2 Samurai and 1 Viking. Excuse me. And we're going to get some balancing updates. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. What is up? What is up? Is a new hero being announced this stream? No, that's next season. So the new hero is coming out next season in that Title Update too. So we're going to have this Warriors Den stream. Then another Warriors Den announcing Season 2. Then halfway through Season 2, we will get the announcement about the new hero. So a couple of you are like, oh man, no new hero. Hey, Raven, I'm listening while doing laundry. That's fine. Hey, you do you. I see some no hero this time around. Yeah, not this time around. No new hero this time around. 3 hero skins, but not a new hero. So we'll just have to be patient a little while longer. Let's see. As you guys can see on the screen, I actually put y'all's chat up there on the screen now. So I had a couple of people asking if we could see chat. I put it up there for y'all to see. We'll see how long that lasts, because I might not do that indefinitely. Hey, everyone, I've got a new job as a lifeguard at a resort. That's cool. That's a really good job. I'm calling it the skins are going to be Assassin's Creed skins, but I hope to God I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong. Do you have any ideas who will be getting the hero skins, Raven? I don't have a clue. I mean, I'm going to guess Shugoki is going to be one, because everyone's been begging for a hero skin for Goki. And as for the Vikings, I'm going to say Berserker. But I don't know who else. Goki and Berserker are the only two that I'll put down, just because I know that a lot of people have asked for those. Hey, Raven, how are you, brother? I'm doing good, Javi. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hey, Raven, I submitted the winning Ocelot, so glad you liked it. Yeah, yours was honestly really good. I don't have all the stuff to make that, because I'm not Rep 32 with Ocelot, and you need that for the color scheme. So I went with a different color scheme to try to make that, and it came out pretty good. I would love to show you guys sometime. It'd be really cool. We all hope you're wrong about AC. Shh. Look, if they do an AC thing, I'm not going to hate them for it, but just do it right, please. Because I actually like the Assassin's Creed event that they do. I do like that event. Like the game mode. I do enjoy that, but don't be cringe. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What did I miss? I was playing with my new puppy. Oh, well, that's cool. You haven't missed anything. We've just been chatting. Yeah, boy. All right, anyway. It's all but confirmed, sadly, especially considering the throwback event. Well, I mean, yeah, it is true that it said there would be a throwback event. And it's going to be 2 Samurai and a Viking. Oh, no. So we got a throwback event and 3 hero skins, 2 of them Samurai. Oh, no. I have a sneaky feeling. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I'm worried that if I say it, I'll be proven right. I don't want to say it. I'm putting my steel on the hero skins being for Shinobi, Shugoki, and either Warlord or Berserker. Whichever. Honestly, the hero skins are crossover. It's a pretty big waste of making new and unique skins. I mean, I don't mind crossover skins as long as they're good. Like, you know, I'd love a Oni skin for Shugoki. Oni from Dead by Daylight. That'd be tight. I'd get that. Maybe it'll be Connor for Berserker. Connor. Who's Connor? Hey, Break and Run. How you doing, man? Glad you're here. Glad you're catching the stream. I know you probably got your own stream you're going to do, but glad you're here for this, man. Glad you're here. We're all just sitting here talking about what we think the new skins are going to be, and got a few guesses. Trying to guess who they're going to be for, too. Right now, a lot of us are leaning on Shugoki because Shugoki needs a skin. So what made you decide to get face cam? Okay, so that's a good question, actually. So I was talking with my buddy Havoc, another For Honor YouTuber that if you don't know who he is, go subscribe already. You really need to. But Havoc and I were talking about ways to improve my content, like ways that I could uplift it. And he said, you know, something you might want to invest in is a face cam, because face cams are a great way for you to personally interact with your audience. It's a way for them to see you, and it's a way for you to be expressive with them, and it can make a more interactive experience. And at the time, I didn't have a really good face cam. I had a very crappy face cam, so I didn't think it was a good idea at the time. But over time, I was like, you know what? My channel's not getting any better. Like, if I'm being honest, like, the channel's kind of stagnated, so I really have nothing to lose. Let's just go for it. So I got a pretty cheap face cam and set it up, and it seems to be working. Like, it seems to be doing okay. And it hasn't changed much. Like, I haven't lost subs over it, but I also haven't really gained subs over it. So, you know, we'll take what we can get. I'm doing good, Night Skull. Will you always jump in call? Well, you can always jump in call if you want. Yeah, Break, I know, I can always jump in call, but I like to do these streams solo most of the time, just because I like to interact with my audience and do it solo. And the reason I haven't caught on to your streams is because every time you stream, I'm at work, man. It's actually funny. I was going to catch your... One night when I was like, okay, I'm totally going to catch your stream, you had to cancel. But then the next time you streamed, I was at work because I'm working as an assistant manager now at Olive Garden, and so I'm needed a lot more. They really fill my schedule. Face cam is a good idea. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. I felt very uncomfortable showing my ugly mug to the world. Like I am a very, very butt ugly individual. The android sent by CyberLife. Just kidding. Connor from AC3. Oh. You were talking about Assassin's Creed. Raider needs a new skin. The last one he got was bad. Yeah. Raiders hero skin's pretty awful. I want a Yorm Cult High Priest skin. His garments could be made from scales of Jormungandr, and the hammer could be a parody of Thor's hammer made from a fang of the World Serpent. It's a cool idea. I mean, I'd be behind that. We've seen worse. I don't know. I've been looking at all the other For Honor content creators, and they all got faces like Adonis. I got face like Clay. Like, Raven, you're not ugly. Shut up. Oh, but I am. And I know it, too. See, that's the thing. I'm willing to at least accept the reality. Oh, man. Break and run ain't that pretty. Oh, hush up, Break. You looking fine, man. You looking good. I honestly would like a hero skin more if you could use their look like regular armor pieces. Kind of like what they did with the Jean Hu thing, where Jean Hu, the white bone spirit. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. I think that'd be kind of cool. Since you have a face cam, can we have a little 40K miniature showcase? I mean, yeah, I guess. Sure. One second. I mean, go get him. Having to be extra careful here because we put them all on this little mini table. Slide it. Oof. Oh no, one got away. I'll get it in a minute. Okay. Okay, so we have quite a number here. I'll show you a few. We have Lionel Johnson. And please don't judge my painting. Lark and I are not very good painters. But Lionel Johnson, Master of the First. We got Saint Celestine. One of my personal favorites. She was hard to do. She was very hard to do, but I like her. We have a Dark Angel's Dreadnought. Looks kind of sick, actually. We have Morven Val, the Abbess of the Sisters of Battle. This one I'm not too proud of. You can kind of see where the paint is a little bit off. We have, let's see. Now, my brother and I have been doing Dark Angels for a long time, but my brother is also building a Chaos Warband, and he has a Demon Engine here. He's been painting this one for a while. It actually looks really good. Let's see. I do a Sisters of Battle army. Got a lot of these. This one I'm very proud of. A lot of little Sisters of Battle there. see what else we got. Oh yeah, my brother did this one the other day. He drew I like how he made the Space Marine's helmet here blue because it's an Ultramarine. Let's see. We also have a chaplain of the Dark Angels. I have not had the chance to paint this yet. I will when I can. But it is a Sister of Battle and specialized power armor suit. I actually have a few of these I need to paint. I just have not had the time. I didn't do the face on this one very well. The face is pretty bad, but the rest of it I think is okay. We have this one of the Seraphim. I need to paint the rest of the Seraphim. I don't have them all painted yet. I got a lot I just need to sit down and paint, but I have just not had the time. Especially when I got my promotion. Another, one of my brothers. Got any corn figures? No. And I'll show one more. What's another good one that I can show? This is a Hellbrute my brother did. I love the way he painted the flesh on the Hellbrute. It looks so good. Really, really well done. All right. Which one fell? Oh, it was one of the Seraphim. One of the Seraphim fell over. I got it. Yeah, this one fell off the table. But it's good. It did not get damaged. Alright, anyway. So now you have seen some of my minis. I hope that was enlightening. Hey, Belly. Some sort of think that the 3 hero skins will be Sense and Laws from Destiny. Yeah, I think it's going to be a collab. When does the Warriors Den drop? In about 50 minutes. We got about 50 minutes. For Honor X Warhammer hero skins, that'll be the day. But I don't think it's going to happen. That kind of looks like Fat Record Transformers 3. I see where you get that, but nah, it's just a Hellbrute. It's just a Hellbrute. Funny enough, I'm new to Warhammer. I really want to get the minis, but they are so expensive, so I buy the Joy Toy figures. The Joy Toy figures are pretty cool, but I don't have any. Hey, Raven, I also wanted to thank you as you got me into For Honor, and I play on it on my PC and also try to make my own stories. Hey, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad that I could get you into it. I really am. That's really cool. Too badass for Ubi. No, I don't even think it's a too badass for Ubi situation. I think it's Games Workshop is too anal retentive of their IP. Is that Hellbrute face green? No. It's got green on the eyes, but if you look at the face, it's white. Anyway. If they get Centurion and the Emperor, well, shut up and take my money. Yeah, exactly. That'd be so crazy. Why do I get this sick feeling between Naoi and Yasuke? Oh. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, man. We'll be putting the stream in the background while drawing on my tablet. Raven's voice is so chill. Thank you, man. I've been told many times that I should do ASMR, but I really am worried that if I were to do ASMR, it would traumatize your ears for life. Games Workshop is very litigious with their IP, and their trademarks are quite expensive. Yes, the problem is Games Workshop loves their IP and hates their IP in equal measure. No one loves Warhammer more than Games Workshop, and no one hates Warhammer more than Games Workshop. Games Workshop is incredibly anal rectal. I was surprised to see them collab with Call of Duty, but they are so protective of their Space Marines. Yeah, they're so protective of their Space Marines, especially if they're blueberries. I know I just wanted to dunk on Ubi a bit. Yeah, well, Ubi has made a lot of dumb decisions. I can't fault you for that. I think the Viking hero skin will be Varangian Guard. Can't remember what stream Ubi did, but they showed some cosmetics, and the hero icon for Varangian was white and not grayed out. Really? Okay. I know I just wanted Raven and I, have you ever played a game called Skylander? No, I've never played Skylander. Right now, what I've been playing the most is Pragmata. I've been playing Pragmata a lot, and I adore it. It is such a good game. I've been very much in love with it, and the relationship between Hugh and Diana is so freaking cute. Like, I just found out that apparently this game is super problematic and offensive to a lot of people. And I'm like, how? How can it be problematic and offensive? I don't get this. Why? What is upsetting about this adorable kid? Honestly, your story readings are already ASMR and it's fire. Thank you. Thank you. Speaking of the Sisters of Battle, can I paint them in other plates other than Martyred Lady? Yes! Please do, because I'm kind of sick of the Sisters of Our Martyred Lady. In fact, I try to avoid that when I can, because the Sisters of Our Martyred Lady are so oversaturated. Paint them in others, because there are other Ordos besides the Sisters of Our Martyred Lady. There's the Order of the Avon Chalice, the Order of the Scarlet Rose, the Order of the... My mind just went blank. Hold on. The Order of the Sacred Shroud. Order of the Ardent Shroud. My apologies. There are lots of other Ordos. You can make your own Ordo. I've made my own Ordo of Sisters of Battle. That's where these girls come from. These girls right here are from an Ordo I created. They're not martyred ladies. Please, make your own. Hey, Raven, I'm trying to make Uncle Iroh and For Honor. I'm wondering if you have any input. It's going to be tough. Safe bet. You're going to want to go with either Tian Di or Zhang Jun. Those are going to be your best bets. Hey, Raven, is that a PlayStation headset? If it is, then maybe invest in a blue Yeti mic. If not, maybe consider it. And are you one of those guys who plays Command and Conquer? I do not use a Blue Yeti mic. I use this mic, which has been working for me for a while. And this is a PlayStation headset, but it's broken. It can only hear out of one side. And I need to get a new one. And I do not play Command and Conquer. $9.99 from Peter Griffin. Hey, Raven, hope you're having a great day. Excited to see what goes down in the stream. As am I. As am I. Thank you so much for the $9.99. All donations are very much appreciated. Not if you want half our dang characters. They really need some other orders to get named heroes. Yes. Diana's so cute. There's a part of the game where she's dancing. It's adorable. I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so last I left off in the game, we just met the character 8. She's trapped in a tree, and we're trying to get her out. No spoilers. Don't tell me anything I don't need to know about the game, okay? I want to be surprised by everything. I'm trying very hard to avoid spoilers. But what I find so funny is the more I look into the way people are reacting to this game, it's so all over the place. You got a lot of people who are like me who think it's really cute. You got some people who watch it and are like, man, I kind of want to have kids now. I kind of want to have a family now because this is so wholesome. Then you have others who are attacking people for that opinion. It's crazy. Also, is it strange that Shinobi is getting a free play trial? Makes me think Shinobi's getting a hero skin. Shinobi's getting a free play trial? Really? Do you like the Griffin hero skin? I love the Griffin hero skin. I did a whole video on the Griffin hero skin. Forgive me that I have suggested this on Discord before I vanished, but how would you feel about making a response video on the problem with Princess Peach? MatPat claimed the Bowser Peach thing is more like Belle and Beast, but I say Bowser is more like Gaston. My answer to that was simply, I don't know enough about the Mario lore to talk about that. Here's the thing. I know that people like the fact that I'll reply to MatPat or LED or Wisecrack or all these people. They like that I'll reply to them, but I don't reply to every video that they release, you know? It has to be something that I can talk on from an objective standpoint. Like for example, Matt Pat has done videos that people have said are totally wrong, but I don't know that they're wrong because I don't know enough about the topic. When it comes to Mario and Princess Peach, I didn't follow Mario and Princess Peach that much growing up. I'm not that into the lore, so I could watch it, but I don't want to just take what the audience says and assume it's wrong. That'd be very disingenuous of me. I want to actually know what I'm talking about. Does anyone think those testing grounds feat changes will be added, like Centurion and Berserker? I don't know. Maybe. The reason that they're attacking them is because they're pedos. What? Who? The people who like Diana are pet? What? That doesn't make sense. Will there be drops on Twitch on your channel? Yes, there should be drops from Twitch on my channel. I think they've abandoned the TG feat changes. I don't know. They haven't talked about them, but I don't want to say that they've just abandoned things, because sometimes they'll talk about something in one stream, and then a couple streams later, they bring it back up again. Hey, Raven, I'm making a new Heretic and Traitor Warband in Space Marine 2 for the Red Corsairs. I have the Blood, Manticores, Death Guard, Blighthounds, Corrupted Wolf into the 13th Great Company, and the Plague Bulls, Corrupted Minotaurs, Emperor's Children, Deathstalkers, Corrupted Red Scorpions. Okay. Raven, the second LED attacks For Honor, bring it. LED will never go after For Honor because there's just not enough for them to grasp. LED likes to grasp at straws, but there are some straws that they just know that they can't get. You know, it's one of those things. I've learned that LED just... all the things they know, I could fill in the first chapter of a singular book. Yeah, I have no real respect for LED. Question for everyone. I've seen a few people suggesting that For Honor should get a second game. I disagree, but what do y'all think? I don't think we need a second game in For Honor, but I wouldn't be against it either. Well, if you feel you don't want to respond to that video because you don't know the Mario franchise first, you're welcome to learn about it at your own pace. Well, I can definitely do some research on it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I've got other projects I need to work on. Isn't this a previous Wars Gen, or is there a new, because on YouTube you're the only person live streaming this stuff? That's because I'm super early. I always start the live stream incredibly early. I start at like 10:30, but the stream isn't for another 40 minutes. So you're gonna see other people hopping on and streaming. Let me be clear about this. I'm gonna tell you something you may not expect. Right now, I have 85 viewers. I want this stream to get up to like 200. That's what I want to see this stream get up to. It won't. But I guarantee you, in the next 30 minutes, you're going to see a bunch of other content creators hop on, and their viewership is going to explode. I know that Wextra will be streaming in a little bit. I know that Havoc and Raptor Rex will probably be streaming. You will see a lot of other content creators streaming in just a little bit. Their numbers will explode. You'll see them pop up on YouTube and Twitch. You're going to see it. I guarantee it. Don't worry. There are others doing it. I'm just weird because I start super early because I like to talk to my community. Yeah. Raven, have you ever played Risk of Rain 2? No, I have not. For Honor is not popular enough to be profitable to go nuts over. Yeah, well, LED will go after whatever the hell they feel like. The reason they won't go after For Honor is because it's not overtly trying to twist anything that they deem theological. I'd love to see a collab with Bricky and Westhammer and the pedos or people on the left, Reddit and Twitter. Bricky and Westhammer? Oh. I mean, sure. I'm not huge on Bricky, and I don't know much about Westhammer. I know a lot of people like Bricky. I'm not as fond of him. Well, we like to listen to you. Does this mean we're all weirdos? Hey, you know what? No, y'all aren't weirdos. I am 100% the weirdo. But people can follow a weirdo and not be weird. One thing I will say about the comparison between Bowser and Gaston. Gaston wanted 6 or 7 boys, and Bowser had 7 Koopalings. 6 of them are boys, all are adopted, and 1 birth son. Right, but Gaston didn't have kids. I don't know. Anyway, have you ever played any of the Witcher games or gotten into the Witcher franchise or lore? Yes, I played Witcher 3. That's the only one I played, but I loved it. Do you think LED think the Crusades were evil or justified? I don't know what LED thinks about the Crusades. Honestly, I really don't know what they'd think of them. I'd love to hear their take on the Crusades. Is that beer or sweet tea? It's wine. But don't worry, I have water too. Everyone needs some water now and then. Anyway. Do you want to see another Lawbringer hero skin, or do you want to see a Conqueror hero skin? I want to see good hero skins. How about that? I'm not picky about the hero. I just want to see good ones. Hey, Alex. I'm doing okay. Hey, Raven. Would I be considered a heretic for having dream catchers made by my ancestors who were Cherokee Native American? No, that wouldn't make you a heretic. Why would that make you a heretic? A heretic is a person who believes or espouses doctrine that is contrary to the Bible. So, for example, if I said that Jesus did not die on the cross and actually he never died on the cross, he ran away and it didn't happen, that would be a heretical viewpoint. If I said that Jesus was homosexual and had a homosexual relationship with one of his apostles, that would be heretical. If I said that we are taught that there are other ways to salvation besides Jesus, that would be heretical. Having little trinkets in your room that you don't worship or pray to, that's not heretical. Like, there's nothing heretical about that. Like, why would that be heretical? You know, be sick of DBD collab. Bro, we had a DBD event a long time ago, which was so cool. It was so cool. And nothing happened with it. Like, so what I mean is this. We had a cool DBD Halloween event where there was a trapper that we had to avoid, and it was a really neat game mode. They really need to bring it back. And we got two cool mask outfits. We got 2 cool executions. We got some cool effects. Like, really, even a cool signature. We got some really cool stuff from it. You know what DBD did? They gave you a little charm with Warden's head on it. Because that was back in the day when DBD thought they could do no wrong, and they just thought that they were super better than everyone else, and I'm like, Another $9.99 from Peter Griffin. Forgot to ask, but what do you think about the new Helldivers Warbond? I like it. It looks pretty cool. Is modern Gnosticism heretical? It depends on what you mean by Gnosticism. If you mean Gnosticism just in the sense of what like movies do, like where they play up the idea that we're all kind of in a simulation and we're under the control of powers that be that we don't realize, no. But if you mean Gnosticism in its original intention, where it was a heretical viewpoint of the Christian faith, then yes, it would be. To be honest, even if it was, which it isn't, I don't think anyone will care unless you are making an effort to spread it. Well, you're right. No one will care unless you're making an effort to spread it. But I think that if I believed something heretical, I'd want to know about it. I have a dragon turtle statue because I thought it looked cool and it reminded me of Bowser. I guess it wouldn't be heretical if it's just a fun concept and not taken seriously. Well, yeah. It's like I've told people before. You can't accidentally be heretical. You can't accidentally worship Satan. You can't accidentally worship God. Worship and faith are choices you make. You know? You can't accidentally say, it's not like, oopsie, I worship the devil. You can't do that. Oopsie, I worship Christ. I have that conversation with atheists all the time. Do you think you can accidentally worship God? No. Well, there you go. Hey, Zeke, how you doing? So the Warriors Inn starts in an hour? It starts in 33 minutes. You have about half an hour before it starts. My main thing that annoys me with the game is that they add all these game modes and events that box them never to be seen again. I love Test Your Metal a lot, and I wish it was a regular game mode. Yeah, a lot of people say that. I would love for it to come back. I really would. I honestly thought we'd get it back this year, but I guess they made it that arena event instead, which was fun. I still liked it. But yeah, like you can't you can't do an accidental worship, you know what I mean? Like you can't accidentally stumble into faith. It has to be an active choice and walk. That's why I tried to distinguish between ancient Gnosticism and the more modern interpretation. I'm painting with a very broad brush here. That's fair. That's fair. 5 CAD from Condi. Thoughts on White Scars, Iron Warriors, Arbites, Tempestus Science, Tyranids, and Kroot, a few of my favorite groups. White Scars, awesome, very underrated. Iron Warriors, I think they're very petulant and childish. Arbites, I don't have a lot to say about them. They're the Judge Dreds of Warhammer. Tempestus Scions, badass, really badass. Tyranids, overblown and undercooked. And the Kroot. The only Kroots I know about are the ones from the Caiaphas Cain novel for the Emperor, and they were cool. But yeah, those are my thoughts on those. Those are my very quick thoughts on those. But thank you for the 5 CAD. Appreciate it. But yeah, when it comes to the Gnosticism thing, you know, here's the thing. What LED calls Gnostic is quite often not true Gnosticism. See, Gnosticism in terms of literacy means that it's kind of like the Matrix. You're telling the story of how we're all kind of under the control of invisible powers that be, and we're trying to resist those powers that be. That's literary Gnosticism. I don't think it's heretical. Unless it's outright saying that that invisible power that be is God, then no, I don't think it's heretical. Unless you're in 40K, if you even cough wrong, you'll get immediately vaporized. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. There have been plenty of moments in Warhammer 40K where someone says something that sounds heretical, but they still get the chance to explain themselves. Like, for example, there was a scene in the Caiaphas Cain novel where Cain says that the Chaos Gods are the only forces in the Immaterium that can challenge the Emperor for dominion. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's heresy, that's blasphemy, how dare you say that? And he's like, I didn't say they would defeat him or could defeat him. I said they can challenge him. That's different. So he was given the chance to explain and is still considered here the Imperium. You know what I mean? For your blue dragons, are you going to tell... Oh, man, my screen froze again. I hate when this happens. Hold on. Let me fix it. I don't know why my screen froze. Wait, it didn't. What? That's weird. I think I fixed it. There we go. Okay. Got it. Sorry about that. That was weird. Sorry about that. How do you feel about the Tech Marine getting a Iron Hands character champion pack with upcoming update for Space Marine 2? Fine with me. It's kind of what I expected. I expected that. I saw some folks say it's better to worship a living demon god than a dead god. I think it's better to worship a true god. I could care less, about dead, living, what have you. Is he the true God? I mean, you can come to me and tell me that this water bottle is a god. It doesn't make it God. Hey, Raven, next Space Marine 2 update has more voice lines. White Scars is one of them. Great! I might pick it up and play it again if they do that. Raven Knight, I've been brainstorming an isekai story where a 12th century Varangian guard ends up in a fairy tale world, mostly a fun world building and character exercise. Good luck, buddy. Isekai is not easy to write. What do I think about the Space Shark Marines? Oh, the Kakardons? I like them, yeah. I like the Kakardons. This is a Warhammer thing, by the way. Nothing about Jesus or anything. Oh, so in Warhammer... Well, if you're worshiping a dead god in Warhammer, odds are good you're wasting your time. Also, a White Scars Chainsword. Cool. I want the White Scars to get more love. They really need it. They really need it. And I think the Dark Angels, ironically, need more love than they got. Because what bothers me about the Dark Angels is you'd think they'd have gotten more love. Lionel Johnson came back. You'd think, all right, let's see the Dark Angels do some stuff, man. Let's see them do some crazy stuff. No, nothing's really happened. Nothing's happened so far, has it? You know? Hey, what's up, Yahweh is King? Ribbon, thoughts on the Blood Angels? I don't really care for them that much. They're fine. I don't hate them. But to me, they're just the blueberry. They're the blueberries painted red. You know what I mean? Some of them are interesting. Like Dante, I think is really cool. Dante is really cool. But for the most part, other than the vampirism, doesn't really do much for me. Are you surprised Yerrick returned in Armageddon? I am surprised he returned, but I'm also a little frustrated that he returned. I'm not going to say mad. Frustrated. Frustrated that he returned. The White Scars are my favorite Legion in Warhammer 40k. That's awesome, man, but for me, it's the Dark Angels. For me, it will always be the Dark Angels. They are the number one. I wouldn't call Iron Warriors petulant. At this point, Perturabo has grown as a character. Hantu failed him and gave him back top, but instead of killing Hantu, Perturabo sat him down to play Mock War 40k. Ah, hi zombie. But notice what you just said. You don't think the Iron Warriors are petulant, but then you talk about Perturbabo's character growth. Are all of the Iron Warriors Perturabo? Yeah. I said the Iron Warriors. I didn't say anything about Perturabo. Perturabo may have grown as a character. What about his Legion? Yes, Dark Angels need more love. I hate that they are not fully forgotten, but they're in the background, in my opinion. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I've always believed the White Scars are not only good at Russian tactics, but ambush and trapper folks. Yeah, the White Scars are good at a lot of stuff. Hey, Ribbon, how are you today? I'm good, Tech. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Hey, we got 102 viewers on both sites now. So if we combine the views from Twitch and YouTube, we got 102 viewers right now. That is tight. Let's go. Let's go. It's kind of like saying the Dark Angels of the Ultramarines painted green. No disrespect intended. Could you maybe talk about what makes them so unique to you? Sure. Hey, no problem. So what makes the Dark Angels unique to me is the aspect of darkness versus redemption. The Dark Angels are so unique because this is a legion that has built itself on being the first and also the best. But they carry this huge secret that they failed in the past, that they had half of their legion turn traitor and betray them, and their whole world and Primarch were lost as a result. And now they're doing everything they can to not only rectify this wrong by hunting down their traitorous brothers, but also keep it secret from the rest of the Imperium. So a lot of what they do is built around fear, paranoia, mistrust, but also egotism, but inward shame. Now with Lion returned, trying to redeem himself and his sons, we see actual redemption taking place in the Dark Angels. We see the Fallen actually overcoming this past and becoming the Risen. We see the modern Dark Angels having to come to terms with what the Lion is trying to do. We see Azrael struggling with the reality that, wow, all this stuff we've done for the last 10,000 years may have been totally against our Primarch's wishes. We see this legion that had been fractured and broken down thanks to deplorable distrust and hate and fear, suddenly starting to realize we can become what we were always meant to be. The first, the best, the number one legion, the Dark Angels of the Imperium. And I think that there's something so cool about that fall from grace and then rise back to redemption. There's something so cool about the aspect of redemption to me, which is why I love the Dark Angels. The Blueberries, the Ultramarines, don't have this. The Blood Angels, Dante notwithstanding, don't have this. The Blood Angels and the Dark Angel, not the Dark Angel, sorry, the Blood Angels and the Ultramarines saturate the lore because they're the most common and recognized Space Marines because they're in everything. Dante is the acting regent of half of the galaxy, so everyone knows who the Blood Angels are. The Blueberries are saturated in every single piece of Warhammer media. They are the golden boys of Warhammer, so they're everywhere. Everyone knows them, everyone recognizes them. So, to me, there's nothing much to them aside from that. Yes, we can look at Dante and see, wow, he's a cool character. There's a lot really cool to say about Dante. But what's the, like, to me, the Dark Angels are so much more unique as a legion, as a chapter, because of what they've gone through and how their characters have evolved and changed for 10,000 years. That's why I say what I say. I hope that explained myself good. Ultra Raven, I've now hit a 3-day streak on here with you. Hey, yes you have, Tech. You sure have. Glad you've been here. What was your reception to the artwork of Demon Perturabo? I was okay with it. Do you think Doran and his Legion deserve some love? They don't need love. The Imperial Fists need to do something. Because right now, they're not doing anything. I kind of always thought the Fallen were overrated. All Legions had traitors among them, but I do understand your point that they thought themselves above it and heavily overcorrected when they did have traitors. Here's the reason the Fallen are unique. Every Legion had traitors, but the Dark Angels were the first Legion, the prototype of all of their Space Marines. In their eyes, they can't have traitors. Because if they have traitors, that means that there was a flaw in the original. It's easy to look at an Ultramarine or a Salamander or a White Scar and say, well, of course you have traitors. You're not the original. You're a rewrite. You're a remake. So of course you'd have flaws. We can't have flaws. We're the best. So when they find out, oh, actually we do have traitors, oh crap, we can't have this. We're the first. We're the best. We're supposed to be the Legion that every other Legion looks up to. We can't have traitors. And what makes the Fallen even more unique is most of these Fallen are from the Horus Heresy era, but now they've been launched forward into time, into the modern era, so they have knowledge about the ancient days that most wouldn't know. Further, many of the Fallen aren't actually traitors. In fact, if you read the book, Lionel Johnson, the Lord of the Forest, if you read that book, you find out many of the Fallen were just as confused on Caliban as the other Dark Angels. They weren't traitors, they were just caught up in something that they didn't understand, and now many Fallen are being turned into the Risen by the Lion and being a chance to redeem themselves. That's what makes the Fallen so unique. Hello, Captain Barrows. I'd like to argue for the Blood Angels. Yes, they have gotten a lot of attention of late and have become quite the spotlight stealers. However, the theme of fighting against the darkest urges and impulses of going feral and slaughtering everything due to psychological and psychic flaw, the story of finding a point to focus all those impulses through artistry and prayer and turning a blunt instrument of war into something more is quite endearing. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. The problem is twofold. There are two problems. Number one, I don't see it explored as much as the Dark Angels lore. I'd like to see that explored more in what they're trying to do about it and how they're addressing it. And the second problem, it's not unique to them. Just like everything else, the Space Wolves try to co-opt it and make it all about them. Look at the Wolven. How the Space Wolves always have to resist the curse of the Wolven. That's the thing I hate the most about the Space Wolves. They're so shit, they have to steal cool aspects of other chapters' lore. They now have to steal from the Blood Angels, they have to steal from the Ultramarines, and they have to steal from the Dark Angels just to try to be cool. So, as much as I want to say, yeah, the Blood Angels have this one aspect of resisting an inner darkness, yeah, except so do the freaking Space Wolves. It ain't that shit. I'm doing good, Catalan. Hey, Raven, what For Honor hero has the most aura farming? Oh, probably either Sohei or Jurin. Because when they just kind of walk out, you're terrified, you know what I'm saying? Because Space Wolves defeat the Black Legion even though they're both Gary Stews. It depends on who's writing it, honestly. It depends on who's writing it. I think they could. I leave and come back, and here we are in Space Marine lore debate, who's better. I'm not saying who's better. I'm not talking about who's better. I'm merely explaining why the Blood Angels don't appeal to me the same way the Dark Angels do. The Blood Angels are fine. I don't have anything really against them. I just feel like the Blood Angels are on the same level. You know what? I'll retract some of what I said. I think the Blood Angels are better than the Ultramarines, but just not as good as I'd like them to be. Raven liked the Dark Angels a lot, but the Blood Angels are just my guys, but I think it's their Chaplain Lamenters and Dante that trap me. Hey, that's fine. Like them for whatever reason you want. I'm not saying you can't. Like them, like whoever you like. I'm just explaining my position. Ravenite, I felt we should have a higher standard for Legion designs rather than this Legion has slightly darker shade of blue. I would love the Imperial Fist to look more Eastern Roman. I would like the Imperial Fist to do something. Put the designs aside for a second. Have them do something. LOL, me not like the Space Wolves too, but that's because I'm a fan of the Thousand Suns. I don't like the Space Wolves for a lot of reasons. I don't hate the Ultramarines or the Space Marines. I just think people sometimes forget that, oh yeah, there's more than just the Imperium in the universe. Yeah, I know, Aaron, you like the Xenos more, and that's fine. There are some Xenos that I enjoy following. Like, I have enjoyed following the Tau because I like seeing them waste their time. The Orcs are always highly entertaining. I think the Eldar need more love. The Eldar have been so largely forgotten in the lore, and they definitely need more love, especially the Eldar Exodites. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things to look at in terms of the outside the Imperium, but Space Marines are what everyone talks about. What's something you hate about Asmodai? Asmodai is a psychopath. Like, that's what I don't like about him. Bishop LOL the classic, but they're lame and gay argument. Yep. I'm a Blood Angel gal. I just like them for no special reason. Again, like whoever you want for whatever reason you want. You think it's an AC crossover? Yeah, that's what everyone's guessing, and you know what? Y'all kind of convinced me. That's probably what it is. Tyranids are better? Tyranids are boring. Tyranids are so boring. The Imperial Fists are literally defense masters. This fits so good with Eastern Roman. Yeah, have them do something, and I'll talk about it. Let's see. Imperial Fist might get something to do when the Iron Warriors get their turn in the spotlight. Maybe. What are your thoughts on Night Lords? They could have been better. With the Eldar, it feels like Games Workshop tried to make them Tolkien's elves, but they have failed and instead made them utterly incompetent with the little amount of books and lore they have. Yeah. Also, the founder of the Blood Ravens is a renegade Thousand Sun Psyker. Sounds right. Raven, what's a storyline you'd like to see the Imperial Fist follow to actually make them relevant again? It feels like they haven't done anything since the War of the Beasts. And that's because they haven't done anything since the War of the Beasts. You are correct. What line would I like to see them follow? I'd like to see Maximus Thane actually say, you know what? Let's crusade again. Let's go out and crusade again. But he's not going to. I've heard it'll be a Valhalla and Shadows, though. I don't know if it's confirmed. Nothing's been confirmed yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. We need more Ghoul Star stuff. Gold Star. The last thing about Eldari Prince Yeri and his Corsairs fight Haran Blackheart and his Red Corsairs. Salamanders all the way. Yeah. It's what I get all the time. Teardrids are pretty much a faction of plot devices. In fact, Genestealer cults seem more interesting. That's because they are. Tyranids have the same problem as the Xenomorph. We know too much of them, and they are one tricks now. Yeah, they're a one-trick pony. By the way, Raven, have you played Rogue Trader? Yeah, I did play some of Rogue Trader. That was fun. That was very fun. Hey, everyone got a question. How can I write were-monkeys inspired by Sun Wukong? I don't know. I don't even know how you begin that. I'll be honest. I don't even know where you begin with that. Were-monkey! So it's a dude who turns into a monkey at the full moon? Kind of crazy. Behavior let go a bunch more of their employees. Wait, Behavior let go of their employees? What'd they do? Have an opinion? Did they say, you know, Killer Mains may need some attention? Get rid of that man! I named my character Artemis. What do you think about the name that I gave it to my character? Artemis is a neat name. Or is it a monkey who turns into a wolf? That'd be weird. Hello, Raven. Hope you're doing well. Currently on my lunch break at work. Probably won't get to see the full reveal since my break ends at 11:15. Yeah, absolutely. Well, catch my video later. I'll be releasing a video later today summarizing everything. Ghoul Stars is the 40k setting above Imperial Nihilist to the right. I don't know anything about it. When does the den start? Good question. Let me check. The den starts in 13 minutes. We have 13 minutes. Have you seen Trench Crusade? Yes. It looks like a version of Warhammer set in World War I, and I think you really like that. No, I don't like it, because they kind of shit on Christianity. Lark did a lot of research on it to find out if it's something we like, and after his research was done, he was very unenthused. Alright, later, Richard. Hey, Raven, have you heard of the game Where the Winds Meet? Yes, I play that game. It's very fun. But I need breaks from it every now and then. How long have you been doing face cam streams for? It's been a while since I watched. I think I started a couple months ago. It hasn't been too long. Hey, Raven, glad to be part of the stream. What is up, Venator Angel? Hope you're doing well. We will be catching the Warriors in stream today in about 12 minutes. I'm going to use the bathroom before we do, though, because I want to make sure that I am not in need of leaving. I'll look at 3 more chats, and then I'll go. Do you guys think Souls-like games about Grey Knight Paladin fighting demons on a falling planet feel like it'd get the vibes of that game to vote for? You know what I want? I want a game where you play as a Sister of Battle. And I don't mean this new one where in Bolt Gun where you get to play as a Sister of Battle and an Ultramarine. No, give me a game where you play as a Sister of Battle, please. I can't wait for Shugoki to be Yasuke. Please don't say that. Please don't jinx it. I'm praying that's not what they do. My dad likes orcs, and the only Emperor children was the Dreadnought Rylanor. Oh, Rylanor was cool. Raven, what music do you like to listen to? All kinds. I love all kinds of music. I like rock, some pop. I can listen to rap if it's from certain artists who are good. I like country. I like jazz. I like orchestral. I like opera. I like a lot of different kinds of music. Really, I like TC. What upset you guys? I wish Lark was here. He could explain it way better. Tell you what, if we stream tonight, because I've got D&D tonight, and if the group can't meet up, then we'll stream. Lark and I can talk more about it. Lark could lay it out way better than me. But anyway, I need to run to the bathroom real fast, so I will be right back, and then I'll answer some more questions, okay? I will be right back in just a minute. Okay, we're up. I've kind of locked myself in with all my stuff. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, bathroom break. Wanted to get that out of the way before the stream actually started. Plug back in. There we go. All right. If it's Yasuke, Raven will pig me. Yes, I'll pig you. I might just do it anyway, just for fun. We hit it 101 views. We're at 130 right now in total because I'm using Restream to stream on Twitch and YouTube, and it says here that I have 130 viewers right now by combining both. All right. So, Raven, can't believe in 2 weeks will be my 31st birthday. Hey, happy early birthday. That'll be cool. They aren't doing a new hero this update, are they? No, that's next season. Next season is the new hero. Right now, it is just hero skins, throwback game mode, and some updates. That's all I know. I'm gonna drink some more. Anyway, Raymond, which For Honor hero would I build a Sister of Battle with? I did it with Black Prior. I made a Sister of Battle out of Black Prior, but you could also do it with a Warden, a Nobushi, a Peacekeeper. You could do it with all those. Have you seen the new Samurai Fantasy game Kaiden? No, I have not. What game mode do you hope to see come back? Test Your Metal would be great. I'd love that to come back, but I don't think that's what's going to come back. I'm a bit mixed on TC. The models are cool, and I'm new Antioch all the way. Problem is, setting really suffers from it being made by non-Christians who really don't get how to use the Christian source material well. There you go, Venator. You kind of called it out better than I did. Let's see. Happy early birthday. Yep. Hey, Raven, how would you feel if Holden broke Astra out of the Gladiator ring so she could help him bring down Gul'jin? That'd be creative. That'd be a neat direction with the lore. Let's see if they're that smart. I don't want to be mean because everyone says the lore's just shit and it's always been shit since the campaign. I don't agree with that. I think that year 3, the Harbinger year, was some of the best lore writing the game's had. It can have good lore. It just doesn't always do what it needs to do. Raven with a fancy cup for stream. I've also got my tacky plastic water bottle, so I don't know if it's anything like that. If it's Yasuke, Raven will pig me. Yes, Aaron, I will pig you. I will totally pig you. All right, we got about 7 minutes. It's going to be awesome. Why do most chapters in Inquisition view Black Templars and Sister Battle with disdain? Because they worship the Emperor. Most chapters don't like the Black Templars or the Sisters because they openly worship the Emperor as a god. The Inquisition uses the Sisters of Battle and the Black Templars quite a lot, so they don't hate them. Raymond, did you know Bloodborne is getting a movie and Jacksepticeye is in it? Okay. Raven, meaning to ask, what's your favorite country to study in terms of history? Oh, God. I have loved studying Korean history, Japanese history, British history. Chinese history has been really fun. I recently did some history research into Egypt. I was doing some studying on Thailand not too long ago. Me and my brother both dove into some Indian and Russian history. And of course, you know, biblical Middle Eastern history is always fun, but I did that a lot growing up. Roman history is my brother's thing. That's his area, but I don't mind dabbling in it. God, there's a lot. There's a lot of countries I like studying. Raven, watch me be more competent than Ubisoft. Copy and paste Wardenhelm and give it to BP. Boom, new best equipment for the hero. I guess you could do that. Have you studied Romanian history by any chance? I did a little bit of Romanian history, particularly in the... I did a lot of that during the era of the Ottoman Wars. So that was where I studied that the most. Are there any other chapters that worship the Emperor? Feels like it should be more common amongst his angels. There are some, but you got to realize the reason so many don't worship him as an emperor is because a lot of them remember that he wasn't. A lot of the chapters are taught that he's not a god. They're taught that he is just a man, the greatest of men, the mightiest of men, but not a god. So they don't worship him. They don't pray to him. In fact, the term chaplain isn't necessarily about worshiping the emperor, but more ascribing to the codex. Most of the chapters remember their days as a legion when they were like, hey, you know, the emperor wasn't divine back then. He's not divine now. But there are a few chapters, like the Black Templars, who do see him as divine. That's because I'm from Romania, so I was just curious. My brother actually went to Romania on a mission trip 2 years ago. I couldn't go. I had work. So, I mean, Warden's great helm, including test your metal variant and give it to BP. Yeah, you could do that. You could totally do that. What do you think this hero skin is going to be? I don't know, and I'm scared to guess. Because I'm worried that I'll be right. My favorite chapter is the Salamanders. Hey, man, I get that a lot. Lots of people love the Salamanders. But I feel like it's sometimes for all the wrong reasons. Mine will always be the Dark Angels. What's some of the funniest history you learned about, Raven? Funniest history? There are funny aspects of history that I've learned, like things that I didn't know that I think are kind of funny. Trying to think of a good example. I learned at one point why a lot of women in a certain period of history, I think it was Elizabethan history, wore those really tall wigs or hairstyles that were super high. I learned that that was a very common idea of attractiveness. And I thought that was interesting. I thought I don't see how that's super attractive. It's austere, but I don't see it as attractive. And then the reason high heels exist. Originally, high heels were worn by butchers because they didn't want to walk through the blood and guts of the animals they were chopping up. But eventually it became a staple of high society because women wanted to look taller so that they could stand closer to their men. You know, it's interesting how that worked. And just kind of funny things, like funny little things. Anyway, hey Raven, I know it's far from now, but do you think Stone will be the new Knight hero? I don't think so. I mean, it would be cool, but I don't think so. It was the Georgian era, Raven. The Georgian era was when they did that. I don't know. I don't think it was during King George's reign. Let me look it up. Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Okay, it was the Baroque period. It was the Baroque period, which was in the late 17th century, which would have been Charles II's period. So no, it wasn't Georgian. It was Charles. But yeah, that's the Baroque period. I was thinking of the Baroque period. The English were inspired by the French Queen Marie Antoinette with her hair. That may be one aspect, but I was looking at the Baroque period. All right, let's see. Oh, it's just about time. Let's go ahead and hop over to Twitch on here. We're going to go to Twitch.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yep, here we go.
The hero trial for Griffin, so he's gonna.
Okay, that's from last time. We got to wait for them to actually start their next stream, huh? This one hasn't started yet either. Well, we're just waiting on them to get it started. No, it's not a new hero. It's not a new hero. That's next season. Next season. I really wanted to ask, in your view, how strong was humanity in the dark age of technology? Unbelievably strong. Humanity was probably the most powerful force in the galaxy. I mean, what is an incredibly stupid reason why people went to war in history? Spite, I guess, just to prove that they can. Yo, Raven, what's up? I haven't checked in a while, but I'm here now, and I'm hoping for a Yasuke Shugoki hero scan. I'm not. The war over a pig? Oh, you mean that issue where Britain and America almost fought over a pig? It didn't actually happen. They didn't actually go to war. Okay, we're going to Twitch, so we can get those Twitch drops. All right, we're in. All right, so let me know, guys. I need y'all to let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Can y'all hear me and the music okay? It's a tad loud? All right, we'll fix it. Actually, let's do this. Okay, that should have fixed it. All right, can y'all see? Yeah, this music is beautiful. I love this music. So good. Music is so good. Can y'all hear me okay? I need y'all's response in chat. Let me know. You can hear me. You can hear the video. I want to make sure that everything is audible. I want to make sure that you can all hear me. Wait, what do you mean the Warriors Inn is happening today? It's right there. We're watching it today. What's the lore of the season? Because I see Apollyon. Griffin has basically returned as the Scorching Herald, and he's trying to remind all of Heathmore about the past so that people will rise up and actually fight again. All right, we're good? All right, awesome, awesome. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's do this. If you listen very closely, you can hear the Samurai part first, the Viking part second, and the Knight part third. Really? Interesting. Video could use a tiny bit up in volume. Let's wait until we actually get to the stream itself, where the folks are talking, and then we will adjust as needed. We will adjust as needed. All right, we got about 6 minutes. Is Apollyon seen as a martyr? Some see her that way. Some definitely see her that way. All right, let's go. Yeah, see, I already told you. So Wextra's now streaming it. Taquito Reel's streaming it. Raptor Rex is streaming it. I guarantee on YouTube. Havoc is probably streaming it. Everyone's coming out now to stream it. We got 147 viewers. Guys, I want to get to 200. Can we get to 200? We just need 53 more viewers. Can we get 53 more people in on this stream? I would love it if we could. It can be on YouTube or Twitch. I don't care which. We're on both. We're on both. I'm streaming this on Twitch and YouTube. Let's get to 200 viewers. Come on, guys. Let's do it. So, was there any hints as to what this one will be about? We got 3 hero skins coming, a throwback event, and that's all we know. Yeah, For Honor never misses with its music. Its music is always top tier. For Honor music is always top tier. I really do hope this For Honor year's lore is any good. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping. I can hope. I can dream. I am also playing For Honor while watching this. Great. Keep at it, man. Keep at it. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Y'all ready for this? I'm ready for this. I can't wait for the end of the For Honor year stream where they talk about the music and what they were inspired by, because I want to hear this. Raven, would you do a video ranking the season by music? Maybe. Do you think the new Knight Hero will be a Hussar Paladin? That'd be cool, but I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what, let's have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. One second. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. I just decided to post in chat, let's go. See what happens. If anyone even knows who I am. Probably not. Probably not. I don't expect anyone to notice. No, no one noticed. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, how you doing, guys? How you doing? Awesome. I believe it's from Havana Stanza. Is it? But yeah, I still love it. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes, guys. 2.5 minutes, and then it's the moment of truth. JD, that's cheating. I'll be real, I'm kind of tired of For Honor focusing on smaller scale stories in the past instead of prioritizing the main story. Platoon suddenly conquering all of Heathmore just seems unfeasible. I mean, I would have liked them to go more into that for sure. But you can't argue that this season's lore isn't focused on the main story. It definitely is. Alright, here we go. It's time. Yeah, AC. Figured. I figured AC would come back. Alright. For the Creed throwback. Yep, yep.
Of living the life of someone else. Of going back in time and experiencing
I remember this event.
Historical events exactly the way they happened. Well, dream no more. Welcome to the Animus Entertainment Experience. Powered by our cloud-based Helix software, Animus can decode the intense memories embedded in the DNA of that legendary warrior you always wished you could have been. For a limited time only, Abstergo invites you to link to the genetic memories of great heroes and to make their past your present. With the Animus, history is your playground.
Yep. AC throwback. I kind of knew it was coming. It's from April 23rd to May 14th. All right? All right. All right. Glory TU2 reveal. Let's go. Rock on, people.
What's up, Warriors? Welcome to a new Warriors Den. We're so excited to show you everything that will be added to this.
Zahara
Joining me today
Cunliffe.
is Nolan. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And but folks, you know, we have a ton to cover today. But before we get too far into it, though, we gotta talk about those Twitch drops. You know me. You know I love them, and I want you to love them too. So you gotta start off by linking your UbiConnect account to your Twitch account. That way, for every
Bro, everyone is
30 minutes
hopping
you're
on
with
Elder
us
Scrolls
today,
Online. You
you're gonna
should
get a
give it a
scavenger
look.
crate.
They made
And
it more
at the end
single
of the show, we're
player
gonna pick
friendly
some
and are
lucky winners
revamping
from the
everything.
grand prize of either 100
Thanks.
days
If I'm
Steel
bored
or
with the
Hero
games I'm playing, I'll get on it.
Question mark? Something going on there. On top of that, we also have a Twitch directory that you can just really experience just by watching your
Volume
favorite
up.
Twitch
All right, 1
streamers,
second.
playing For Honor. So from April 23rd through May 14th, you can watch and you get rewards at 1, 2, and 4 hours. They're all on the screen there, so check it out. Get some free
That should
swag.
do it.
It's going to be amazing.
Woof, that's a lot of drops. I need those boosts, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So there's so much there, but folks, and listen up, too, because if you're here, that means that you are a fan of For Honor, a real fan, in fact, and we really appreciate that. So what better way to show that off to everybody than getting yourself some For Honor official swag? That's right.
What?
We have merch. We have merch.
Do.
Yes,
Right,
I'm
so
getting
you
it.
can check it out. Follow the QR code there because we have the Larry's Official Fan Club T-shirt.
I
We
want
have
that
the
shirt.
For Honor Year 10 collection, including T-shirt, hoodie, hats, mugs. It's going to be super cool.
No!
All the links are there. You can
Let's
see
go
them.
on.
And
I just got my camera up.
get your
Dang
own
it.
Larry's Official Fan Club. We know you've wanted it. Now you can have it. So it's good.
Absolutely. And we've got some awesome stuff to show you today. Let's check out what we're going to see during the show. We have the For the Creed details, the Assassini e Templari game mode, balancing, and, of course, the best segment of all, Community Corner.
That's right.
All right, let's see
It is.
it.
It's a great segment. I love it because we get fun videos at the end of it, and it's amazing. So, but Zahar, you may not know, and maybe for you watching at home, if you're newer to For Honor, but the very first collaborative event we did on For Honor was with the Assassin's Creed team.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's great. It was started all the way back in 2018. That was our very first run. It's come back a few times, and every time we bring it back, we like to add more and more to it. But we can definitely say that this is going to be the biggest collaborative event we've had to date for the Assassin's Creed. For the Creed. So we're very excited for that. Cannot wait to show you more.
But wait, hold on, Nolan.
Yes.
Before we jump into everything else,
I might look into other
grab your
stuff, Dan the
popcorn.
Slayer's
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I'd be willing.
Nice. And enjoy this new epic gameplay trailer.
Oh, we got
And
a
when
gameplay
come
trailer.
Back, we'll be
All right,
looking
guys,
at
let's
the
see it.
details of this TU. So stay tuned.
Let's see it. That, oh, male or female? New executions. Oh, it's melee board. Okay. I've got I'm not gonna rant right now. I will go off. I will go off if I start ranting right now. I will. I'm gonna.
We're back.
need a whole
For the
bottle of
Creed
that.
is back.
Ugh.
And For Honor now has dog in it. And with us today are Danny and MC. How are you guys?
Good yourself?
Thank you. I'm great. Thank you. I'm super great.
So cute.
So tell me, how did this, or tell all of us actually, how did this collaboration come to be?
Actually,
Desperation?
we're huge fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise.
Good.
So when we got the green light, we were all so excited to work on new content with AC and for our 10th anniversary.
Yeah, like you said, it's our 10th year. Assassin's Creed Valhalla was out for some time. Assassin's Creed Shadows are celebrating their first year. So it was just a perfect timing for us to bring back this fantastic collab event.
And
Right.
both universes work so well together. So we have a really strong relationship with them. We get each other. And it was really fun to work with AC on this content.
Yeah, it's true actually what you said about our universe working well together because actually we share a strong connection with them. We both are into like historical, like visual reference or history, purely exact. And even though we are two different teams at Ubisoft, we are having a really great chemistry together.
Oh, that's
I will
fantastic.
save my
Yeah, really.
crash
That's
out
so,
for
that's
later.
so exciting.
Please
So
bear
great to
with me.
hear.
I'm
On that
compiling
note,
my thoughts.
let's take a look at the seasonal roadmap.
Yeah.
Let's see
So
it.
we still have the Battle Pass going on right now, and today is the final day for the Centurion Hero Fest, so make sure to try that before it's gone. For TU2, we have our For the Creed details for the throwback event. For the Creed throwback event from April 23rd, tomorrow, until May 14th. We have 3 new hero skins.
yeah.
We have a Shinobi hero trial. You'll be able to try out this hero for free for a full week. And then we have the Arena of Echoes map in rotation, first for Brawl from May 14th to May 28th, and then for Duel from May 28th to June 11th. After that, we have the Hero Fest for Highlander from May 21st, Zanju from May 28th, and Warden on June 4th. And we'll be bringing you our biggest
I thought
hero
Shugoki
skin
was getting a
drop
new
of
execution.
all time. We've had the Ezio skin in the past, but we wanted to bring some new AC faces over to For Honor, the For Honor universe, but this time around from multiple Assassin's Creed titles. Danny, can you tell us a little bit more about each one?
It will be a pleasure, actually. So we're gonna start this with Naoe the Swift as Shinobi from Assassin's Creed Shadows. So she was born and raised in Iga as a ninja, and in the design of the character, you have this mix of her as a shinobi
Why
and
is
the
she
assassin's
carrying her
role she
katana
embodies.
like that?
And both elements are blended throughout the entire design and details, with, of course, the beautiful, iconic touch of red we all know and love from the AC franchise.
She's fantastic. She's my favorite.
I know that, yeah. So we kept everything from the game, like the Assassin's 2. She has the bomb, the kunai, grappling hooks, and we also see the iconic Assassin's Blade, and also her tento and katana. And of course, here, Shinobi's weapon, the kusarigama. And I think you will agree that she does an amazing Shinobi in our game.
She's perfect.
Yeah, she's really perfect. And then we
One
are
man's
following
opinion.
up with
Not
Yasuke
this
the
one's.
Brave as Shugoki, also from Assassin's Creed Shadows. Here the design pulls from his home and his role. You have details from the belt that ties Yasuke to his roots, to the horned helmet showing his strength, and the dragon, the golden flower that mark is bound to the Nobunaga clan, and much more. And we also find Yasuke's long katana from the franchise, and in our case, he's using the big and heavy kanabo from Shugoki, and he looks badass with it. Like
So cool.
blunt weapon, and not just too brutal.
Mm-mm.
And it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not all. We have another one, and this time it's going to be from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Haver
This one looks
Wolfkist
okay.
as Berserker this time. He was raised as skilled warrior and strategist, and is also a leader, and was designed with that in mind. It really feels like a Viking, and that may sound weird, but that's exactly what the AC team wanted for this one, actually, to break away from the iconic AC design. He only has subtle element that would tie him to his assassin's background, like the sash, the hooded cloak, and obviously the hidden blade, and he fits perfectly in For Honor.
Absolutely. Do you have any shout-outs to the teams?
Yes, absolutely. The character team definitely did an amazing job bringing you these fantastic skin, I have to admit. And huge thanks to the AC team
Yes.
that was there the entire time of the production. They were amazing. Yes, thank you very much.
Fantastic. And you know, I heard something really special about the voice lines this time.
And it's not a rumor.
Really?
All the skins have unique voice lines from the original
Ooh.
talents.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
actually really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
So for Yasuke and Naoe, we actually brought back the actor and the actress from the Japanese immersive version of Assassin's Creed Shadow. So we recorded everything in a studio in Japan with local voice director, local tech. So that meant also some late night recording from our Montreal-based audio director. So huge shout out to the audio team for these skins, because yes, lots of skins, but 3 skins means
I'm
triple
probably the only
work.
content
Yeah.
creator who's
So
not
that's
jumping
it.
on my
And then
jumping,
AC
upside,
Valhalla,
jumping up and down right
we
now.
actually work with Magnus, who's the original voice actor for Ivor. In our case, he's speaking Icelandic, because it is the closest that we got to the unique language that was created for the Valhalla game. And so bringing these characters to life meant that we actually wrote and translated close to 1,000 words
Wow.
in Icelandic and Japanese. But that really, really helped us blend and really mix and merge the original AC personalities with our raw For Honor heroes. Again, for this, thanks to the narrative and lock team, the unseen heroes, they did amazing for this. So they sound amazing, but they also look amazing. And so it's fun to see what you could do with the custo on these hero skin.
That's so cool. I love these colors. I love
I hate
customizing.
how she
I'm
carries
so
her
excited.
katana.
I can't wait
hate
to
it.
try
I
these
hate
out.
it so much.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can pick all of these up for $14.99 USD each. Or we also have 2 bundles. We have the Assassin's Creed Shadows bundle that contains Naue the Swift hero skin, the Yasuke the Brave hero skin, and the exclusive illustrious outfit, Iga's Furriest, unlocked for all your heroes, with the Iga's Furriest mood effects, one of the most adorable Akita dogs from AC Shadows. The other bundle is the Assassin's Creed Unlimited bundle. This bundle includes both Ultimate bundles. Sorry, the Ultimate bundle. This bundle includes both AC Shadows hero skins, the Ivor Wolf Kiss skin, and the Ezio Auditore skin. This bundle also includes 4 AC themed executions and the exclusive illustrious outfit. The cool thing is the executions and the outfits will be unlocked for all heroes, which is really cool. And Iga's Furriest is only available through these bundles.
Yes, amazing dog.
Yes.
And the 4 execution you just mentioned, there are actually 3 where we innovated with this partnership, because why not? So usually with shared executions, we have to hide the hero's weapon and make a new one appear. But this time, and this time only, well, for now, with the AC skins and the heroes they're tied to, they get to actually keep their own weapons while performing these executions. What it means, for example, Shugoki will keep his weapon during Yasuke's execution, whether the skin is equipped or not. And everyone else performing these executions will still switch to the special weapon. So as you've seen on the screen, the wonderful work of execution with Ivor's Ardor, Naue's Vengeance, and Yasuke's Oath. And in this case, we couldn't have done this feat without our wonderful VFX and animation team. Again, thank you. The whole production worked on these AC assets, but in this case, VFX Anim did amazing to innovate.
That's so cool. And we also have the in-game realizations. Danny, could you show us the landing pages?
Absolutely, and we're going to start week 1 with Naue and Yasuke. Here we wanted to stay true to the AC Shadows fantasy with the big red color splash they had,
Like Yasuke
using
can
the red
climb up
moon
to that
behind
rooftop. If you
Yasuke
played
and
AC
Naue on
Shadows,
top of
you know,
a
like
Japanese
what that
temple, and they look really cool. And then Haver is going to be our week 2 landing page. He's enjoying the fire like in front of a nice North landscape, and of course we couldn't do it without the Northern Lights.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
I'll worry
executions are
about it.
fine. I don't have anything. I don't have anything
Oh, I
against
think
the
we all do.
Count me in.
executions.
Yeah, very relaxing.
everything else.
Of course. And for week 3, we are bringing you back Ezio. For some of you that were there, you know
here's
this
the OG.
landing page is familiar.
Ezio was
But
my
we just
boy.
improve a little bit on the lighting, and then we kept obviously the nice leap
I
of
feel no. I say this in all honesty. I feel like I'm the only content creator who is not excited
What
for
it-
this.
what is
What's
it?
that over there?
What is it?
Look, AC minions are
minions.
coming.
Oh my god!
Amazing. Here we have the knights
Why can't the knights look like that all
and
the
the
time?
samurai. And of course, the Vikings.
As pirates.
So let's go chop some beards. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And up next, we have the
Pleasure.
Assassini I Templari game mode segment. So stay right there.
Thank you.
Bye.
like Assassin's Creed Shadows or Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'm glad to like them. They're not. I thought Shadows was a terrible Assassin's Creed game. Disrespectful to Japanese history, for one thing, but just very poor. Valhalla bored me to tears. And Shadows has been such a absolute spear to the gut for Ubisoft overall. It fascinates me. They're like, it feels like Ubisoft is saying, we still need to sell Shadows. What if we work with the For Honor team? Because people like For Honor. For Honor is still one of our popular games. Let's go to For Honor and put Shadows in For Honor, and maybe that'll convince people that Shadows is actually good. And I'm kind of like, if you have to beg For Honor to save your Assassin's Creed game, that isn't a good selling. Now, the skins look fine. They do look like they're characters from the game. I wish I cared more about the games they're from. Eivor, I'm actually kind of pleased that they made Eivor the male version, because I know that people say that the female Eivor is the canon version, so I'm glad that they broke the convention that made female Eivor, because I prefer male Eivor's look. And the executions that I'm seeing here look okay. I don't actually mind them all that much. They look okay. The Shiba Inu dog thing?
Welcome back,
Okay,
Warriors!
we're back. Hold on.
All right, we are now joined by the one and only JC. Welcome, JC.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a nice day outside. You know, like lots of sun and everything.
Tell you what, I'll talk to you guys
It is, yeah,
later.
it's been a
I'll
nice
talk
change
about
of
it at the
pace.
end of the
Yeah.
stream.
Well,
We'll
we're
wait
in
until the
a
end of the
basement
stream.
somewhere, but it doesn't really.
That's true. Yeah. Montreal Springs are always a bit of a mixed bag here.
A little
Today's
bit,
a
yeah.
good one,
Well,
so
that's
we-
fine.
Yo, what's up, Raptor? How
That's
you doing,
awesome.
man?
Well, JC, welcome.
I'm over here
again.
trying not to have a
Folks, you
complete
saw
crash
the gameplay
out.
trailer a bit, and we got a glimpse of this, but maybe you haven't actually had a chance to play this mode before, and it's been a couple of years. So, JC, do you want to kind of like walk the people through what is this mode?
Because I mean, if you haven't played it, it's new to you, right? So
This is
you kinda
true.
Gotta get there. Essentially, it goes like this, right? So it's played on 3 maps. So Citadel Gate, River Fort, and Beachhead, and all 3 maps are filled like a bunch of AC Easter eggs everywhere, right? So the gameplay, the way it works is that you're gonna go in, you're gonna rush to the minion lane, and capture the minion lane. After your team captures the minion lane, it's going to spawn a boss on the other side's main point. So the boss, there's 2 bosses, right? There's Ezio Auditore and Cesare Borgia. So they're the 2 bosses that can spawn. Depending on which side you're on, it'll spawn a different boss. And then you as a team have to go kill the boss. The boss is kind of based off of with the kings that we have in Breach, right? So they have that kind of moveset. And as you go, once you kill them, your team gains 450 points, permanent points, and you get like a lot of renown. Like you get like I think 60 or something, so it's a ton of renown. Helps you unlock feats and stuff. So it kind of feels really good. And then if you control the main lane, you get 100 temporary points as usual. You know how it kind of works. And in typical Dominion fashion, the first team to 1,000 points puts the other in breaking. And once you kill all of them, because that's what you gotta do, you gotta kill everybody, then you end up winning, right? So it's great. The other difference here is that there's an A and a C point, but they're not typical capture points. You can't hold them, you can't heal on them. There's none of that stuff, but there's healing points around the map, so you don't have to worry too much about it. You can still go heal up and do all that good stuff. And then finally, there is something super cool. This map that Max is gonna queue up right now.
You go.
Right? Anytime you do a drop attack, like a ledge attack like this, it will perform the iconic AC air assassination attack instead of your hero's regular one. So it's a nice little bonus. It's the only time you'll hear me say, hey, go do that all the time. But it looks super cool. It's really good. So go play it.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's great. And folks, you are going to have 3 weeks to play this event. So
The
that's
event
great.
itself
but trust
is
me
good.
when I say you're going to need it, because on top of that, we have just an absolute ton of content that is added to the loot tables during this event. So when you play this, and again, stay with me here because this is going to be a bit of a list here. You are going to be able to earn and loot all of the following. Okay, ready for this? battle outfits, 3 of them. Valhalla Quest Battle of Heroes and the Animus Project. You're going to be able to loot those for everybody. We have an elite outfit, Ruler of the Masses. That's also going to be available to loot. We have 3 mood effects, the Vitruvian Hero, Welcome to Valhalla, and Templar Synchronization. So you can get that for all your emotes and executions and idols. That's great. We have 2 ornaments, Heroes of Heathmore and Sinan's Wings, that are going to be available to loot. And even event weapons are back. These are the original For the Creed throwback weapons, and these are going to be available to loot for all the heroes that were present at the original launch of the event. So you can check those out. If you haven't collected them in the past, now's your time to do that. But we're not done. We're not done.
We're not done.
No, because that's just some of the things you can loot during the event.
Some of this stuff.
But we have more. In fact, we've got more weapons. So brand new batch of weapon skins for the entire roster here. The glorious weapons of the season is what we're calling them. So here's a small little sneak peek, but you're going to get to see more of them later on in the show. But they're great. They're gold. There's like God rays, clouds, unicorns, which are
you can never say no to a unicorn.
You can never, absolutely.
I mean, it
is hard to say no to a unicorn. I grant you.
That feels like a story for another
time.
But
another time. But yeah.
We're going to come back to that. We're going to circle back around to the unicorn story at some point. But alongside that, link to the game to the throwback, we also have a free event pass. So you're going to be able to go through and loot some sweet loot in here. So on top of that, the AC Cosmetics in here, we've also added 4 of the brand new weapons from the glorious weapons inside this event pass. So you can see they're for the Peacekeeper, Berserker, Shigogi, and Shinobi. There's probably a reason we did that.
I'm not sure why though. There's a bit of a pattern, but it's not super clear to me.
We'll have to send that over to the folks back at the office to help us
we'll figure
unlock
it out.
The mysteries behind. But no, they're going to be great. So again, you can unlock all of these just by grinding the event pass. You have to play the event to grind the pass, but again, it's there for 3 weeks. Plenty of time. All that free loot. It's going to be incredible. And again, even in the free event pass, we have an elite outfit, Champion of the People, which is super cool. All that. So much stuff for free.
Like I'm out of breath for you because you've been reading so many of these things. It's getting crazy.
It's a lot, yeah. And even the mood effect, assassin synchronization. So again, there's so much in that pass. You're going to be able to really just lock in, get it. It's 3 weeks, grind it out, get the drops.
Awesome.
So much.
And that's not all.
Yes.
Right? We also have, for the duration of the event, a leaderboard. We've had in the past, right? We've been putting on leaderboards in our game mode events right now. So in this one, it tracks the amount of boss kills you've done. So you have to go in, kill the bosses.
Yeah, I added a lot of stuff this time, didn't they? It's a lot.
I want to see big numbers go up there.
Big numbers go up.
It's super cool. It's always super interesting, right?
Okay, let's not go crazy,
and then once the game mode ends, it will remain visible for a little bit of time, so you can go see and brag to your friends to see who killed the most bosses.
Super cool.
It's always fun to kill bosses too.
It is, yeah. We like our boss rushes.
Yeah, that always works.
Always, yeah. So that's going to be great. So leaderboards, event pass, all the drops. It's going to be incredible. Hope you enjoy all of that. That's going to go live starting tomorrow. So that about wraps up for this mode. But so JC, thank you so much for helping to present all this, explain it all. But unfortunately, you can't go anywhere.
No, I thought I was going to run back to my desk.
No, we need you here because we have another segment coming up right after this about balance.
Okay, so I'll make a deal with you, right?
Okay, what do you
while the weapons are playing, I'll
Sure.
run to my desk.
Okay.
I'll write up a couple more pages of patch notes.
Oh, you didn't write them up yet?
I didn't write them up
Okay.
yet. So I have people helping me, but they're not fully done.
Okay.
So then then you can get some of me back, and I'll just appear on this couch like magically.
All right, so sounds good. So you
All right.
got your work cut out for
Yeah.
folks at home.
I get it.
You're going to check out this video with all the new weapons on that. In the meantime, make sure you're summoning JC back because we'll be right back with balancing. See you in a sec.
All right. Let's see these weapons. Wait, they're not doing all the other knights? Just these? Oh, yeah, these are the throwback weapons. Okay. Well, in that case... One second. I'm going to turn it down just a little. Because I got some stuff I want to say, man. I don't like this. I'm glad that they're adding so much stuff. There's a lot of stuff they're adding, and I think that's really cool. I'm glad that they're adding all this stuff, and I'm pleased for that. But I am most disappointed in just the reality that, okay, so the three things that disappoint me. Number one, the hero skins. I do not like Assassin's Creed Shadows. I do not like it. I didn't really care for Valhalla either, so the three new hero skins are from those games, so that doesn't please me. Second, the Shiba Inu thing. I'm sorry, I can't get behind that. If you like it, you like it, you know what I mean? But I can't get behind that. If you really wanted to add some Assassin's Creed skins, why not Bayek for Medjay? Or Edward Kenway for Pirate? You know, ones that are really popular. Bayek was popular. Edward was popular. I feel like those were really popular characters. But adding the characters from the game, Shadows, which many people agree was the spirit of the gut for Ubisoft. A game that they sank so much marketing, so much time, so much money, and so much energy into, and all it came out was a kind of big to the overall community. I have a list of issues with Assassin's Creed Shadows, but even leaving my own personal issues aside, looking at the sales numbers and the overall reception of the game, it's a massive overall in terms of the community. And Assassin's Creed can't afford to be an All right, we're back. Let's turn him up again.
And we're sitting on some ley lines. And
Oh yeah, that's why they built the room here.
So yeah, that's why they put the room here. So then I can teleport to here like really easily. So it works really well. I even have a little magic wand to help me do stuff.
Look at this. I like that we're just adding lore. Like I love just adding
Yeah.
lore to our own dens, and this is great. So
That's how it works, right?
this is it.
Yeah, because I would just have my desk to
Yeah.
I figured people watching, they want to have like one or two extra pages. So I ran to my desk because it's pretty short.
Yeah.
So we'll see like how it is.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So, folks, I'm taking a deep breath for no reason whatsoever. JC, let's talk balancing.
Yes. So I'm using my little magic wand here.
Okay.
That lets me summon balancing and patch notes out of thin air.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's see how it goes when I cast a spell like
All right.
this.
Ooh.
All right. Well, first we have sprint speeds.
Oh,
right?
nice.
It's all it's doing. I didn't do anything. Okay. But basically, we have a bit of a global change. So all four of these heroes, so Konk, Kensei, Highlander, and Sohei, are getting in an 8% sprint speed increase.
Okay.
So really the idea is all of these heroes, their sprint speeds were a little bit slow, and we're trying to bring them back up in line to help them in rotations. This is super useful for Kensei and Highlander. I know like a lot of people are like, how about sprint speed for Kensei? Well, then you get a sprint speed upgrade for Kensei. And then the Highlander gets one too, and then Sohei gets one too, and Kong gets one as well.
Oh, man.
So it's good. It'll help them rotate a little bit better, get around with points, you kill people, you got to do stuff. So it's a big improvement for these heroes. They'll be like at the baseline of we have, it kind of establishes a new baseline for our slower heroes, but it still is fast enough that they're going to be a lot more competitive in that aspect.
Awesome.
Right. So let's cast a spell again to see what happens now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's kind of at least it's because it's building up the pages.
I see. I see.
So then if I press the button again.
It's just auto-writing thing.
All right. Cool. So Berserker, right? So Berserker gets a bit of a health increase. Goes to 130 up from 125. It's a hero like that is more built around trading. We had lowered the life total a little while back. We're trying to do adjustments here and there. But at 130, because you're trading a lot with Berserker, it makes sense to have that health a little bit more and to be able to be, again, a little bit more competitive and have a little bit more access to your offense without dying super quickly.
Awesome.
We also have a small change for BP. So we've reduced the stamina drain of holding Bulwark stance to 3.5 stamina per second, down from 5. So if you remember, at the last TU, we did a change where every single down stance drains stamina at 5 stamina per second, except for Virtuoso's postures that were at 7. So it's a bit of a play there. But essentially, on some heroes, so for Blackfire, for example, we're gonna lower the stamina drain. We're lowering the stamina drain actually, because they have synergies or things they need to be able to do. Or in BP's example, right? If you're holding Bulwark stance, there's two things. You get healing when you have your tier 2 feet. But also, all attacks are kind of enhanced against you, so it kind of makes it's not as effective as other ones.
Yeah.
You have to actively defend, so it's a little bit different. So because of this, we're reducing the stamina drain so that you can hold it a little bit more, heal a bit more, and use it a bit more proactively in this case.
Awesome.
Orochi as well gets a bit of a change. So zone attack can now cancel its recovery into a dodge at 200 MS, up from 100. So I'll explain this a little bit more in detail because it's a bit more complicated.
Sure.
Whenever we do dodge zone attack, well, actually every single attack, right? If I take an attack that's 500 MS, the way it works is it lands at 500. If the attack misses, it keeps going for 100 MS. We're doing this so that, let's say I swing at you and I miss, I still want the hitbox of the weapon, the trajectory, to be active after, so I can hit other people afterwards. If I hit you, logically, like the blade is going to stop in you, so that's how it's going to work, right? So it stops there. So, but if you miss, you get that extra 100 MS. On zone attacks, however, because we always want to be able to hit people past the person we're locked onto, you always have that extra time after the hit that it keeps being active. So because of this, we tend to try to line up dodge cancels and like chain timings and stuff so that they're exactly the same from whether you hit, you miss, or do whatever. And on zone attacks, because of that little extra time, they're always 100 MS earlier than they normally are. But for Orochi, on his zone attack specifically, that meant that he could dodge recovery cancel just a bit too early. It made the move a bit too safe. So with this, we're slowing it down to 200, which is kind of like a little bit like usual. But if you compare it to other attacks on miss, instead of being at 200 on miss, it's gonna be at 300 on miss. It kind of gets to be this. So it's a little bit less strong. Still works, but a bit less effective.
Gotcha. Okay.
The magic wand is loading up the next spot here. Perfect. So Highlander, right? So a buff and a nerf. A bit of a buff to health, so health up to 130, like we did for Berserker. Hero traits quite a bit in offensive form, so it kind of makes sense. But we've also removed the fact that his offensive form lights are enhanced, so they're no longer enhanced.
Good.
Meaning that if you end up like because a lot of gameplay with Highlander can become really frustrating with just spamming lights.
Yeah.
When you're in there, they're 400 MS, so they're super quick. Being enhanced, they don't ever stop, so it doesn't really feel good. So by removing the enhanced property there, you can get lucky or super skillful if you are, and they're able to block those lights. It'll kick him out of offensive form,
Gotcha.
and also like it kind of stops his offense a little bit more. So you have to be a bit more thoughtful when you use them. You can still use your heavies, use the rest of the stuff, but it makes a bit more sense here for Highlander.
Okay.
Right?
Very cool.
So
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
so you think I went back to my desk just to rate this page?
I mean, maybe there's more.
Maybe there's more. Okay, let's.
do you got?
We're gonna do a little ritual here. Oh, there's another page. It's loading up. All right. So Durin, right? So we said we had some Durin nerfs, so we do have a Durin nerf here.
Okay.
We're touching is dodge attacks, right? So it's side dodge attacks. So Lion's Pound, which is the tapped version of his side dodge attacks, they are no longer enhanced. So they are interrupted on block.
Nice.
So we're trying this so that we want to try to keep the same kind of the difference between tap and hold for different timings and stuff. It kind of makes sense. We have TND that already has that, and it's not necessarily super problematic. Yes, it's unblockable for the health version, and you can still feint it, so there's some of that. But the idea here is that if you see Durin side dodging, you can just put your guard on the direction of his dodge. If he does a tapped version, it'll bounce off of you. You're going to gain from advantage. You can attack him first, and it kind of helps in that situation. So it doesn't mean that it's killing his dodge attacks. It just means that you are going to be a little bit in a little bit of a better position. And then if he does his held one, then you have time to kind of try to react and deal with the unblockable one, which does not chain. So there's still a point in using the tapped version because they're the ones that chain. So if you want to have your offense going and keep it going, you want to use a tapped version. But it's a little bit riskier. And on top of this, this can make some Durin players only want to use the held version. And as soon as that happens, Fainted GBs beats Durin like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
It'll beat the held version. It'll beat the held dodge. So like if you dodge with that guard there, you'll still beat that as well. So it kind of it opens up a bit the options for the attacker to deal with a Durin that's dodge attacking, doing that way. We're gonna keep an eye on it. If it's still not enough, we will do more changes to Durin to help bring him back down a little bit more, have a bit more baseline. We know there's a lot of frustration with his zone attack, for example. We're trying to see like how can we like
There's nothing wrong with his zone
be a bit more
attack.
proactive on the hero, change a little bit of stuff here and there. We've already seen from the nerfs we had at the last TU, this win rate dropped massively, so that's a good thing. It went back to like a lot more normal, so we'll see where that goes. But if we need to do more changes, we'll do more changes. It will not be a problem.
Awesome.
And second, just to finish on Durin, we've reduced the stamina drain for holding Indomitable Stance to 2 stamina per second instead of 5. His full block is arguably the worst full block in the game.
Yeah.
The only thing that it does better than others is that it becomes active a little bit faster. There's no follow-ups out of it. There's nothing kind of special out of it. Everything's enhanced against it. But the idea with that move is to help players. We don't want it to be it's not a crush, but it's a learning tool. It's a way to, if you're unable to block lights, if you're having a hard time, you can use that to effectively block 400 ms lights and chains, to do a lot of different things that normally might be a bit more difficult for you. So it's not meant to be, hey, I use this all the time to block everything. It's not super useful, but because of this, we're reducing the stamina drain for it by quite a bit, like more than half. You can't babysit gank out of it, so it makes a bit of a difference here, but we still want you to be able to use it and still able to hold it, but just not as much and not infinitely as it used to be before.
Gotcha. Okay.
Next we have Nobushi, so small changes to Nobushi as well. Zone attack, second hit, now cost 10 stamina, down from 20. And then we also did a bit of a bug fix where the second hit of zone attack bleeds, but that bleed could not stack with other bleeds. So we fixed that issue so that now that bleed will actually stack, so you have more of an incentive to let go of that second hit and bleed people because, you know,
Nice. It
Nobushi's
won't
a bit of a
change
shark.
anything.
Yes.
And she has the ways of the shark.
Oh, I see what you did there.
So,
Yeah.
so because of this, she gets like extra damage on people that are bleeding. So it kind of makes sense to want to be able to bleed
It won't change anything.
Awesome.
Finally, here we have Shigoki. So charge of the Oni stamina cost has been reduced to 15 per second, down from 25. So this is why Shigoki did not get a speed increase, because he has charge of the Oni, and we're buffing charge of the Oni to give him like, so you can stay running and be in that mode for a little bit longer. So you already have better rotations using that tool, so it's going to be good. You can still use this, and it works.
Awesome.
Right, so do you want to try
Oh,
to see if you can summon another page?
All right, magic wand. What
Magic
do you got?
wand.
What do you got? There's more.
There's more. Jeez, okay, well, there's more. Let's look at what's more then.
Let's keep going.
Right? So Shaolin, a little bit of nerfs to Shaolin, right? So Key Stance Slights now deal 12 damage, down from 14. And Sun Sweep Follow-Up now deals 20, down from 24. So the idea here, again, lowering the damage curve for Shinobi. We know there's like there's frustration with how much damage you can output out, save some of these moves are. We're starting with lowering the damage curve a little bit so that he's not going to kill you as fast, give you a bit more chances to deal with his mix-ups. And again, if this is not enough, then we'll figure it out and we'll fix it up and we'll do more changes in the future. So not to worry, but we wanted to do like this, to start with this, and then take baby steps and not just do like drastic changes to just kill heroes. That's never fun.
No.
So we're seeing where we can go in there.
Awesome.
Raider, right? So Raider is kind of interesting. Stampede charge, not cost 30 stamina. So again, move that you can do from sprinting and from running and stuff. So having it less stamina, you're more incentivized to use it. So that's good. But we also did something to Reaping Charge. So Reaping Charge is running attack, or what we call sprint attacks. It now gains uninterruptible stance at 400 ms into the charge, right? So it was like a very, very, very underutilized move. I was looking at like stats at some point and like barely nobody uses it. Mostly because it's super slow. It has a big range and everything, but it's so slow. And because it didn't get armor, you would get interrupted all the time. It didn't make any sense. Like the numbers even for that were like really high. So by giving it armor there, you can use it to run into minions, run into other players with a little bit less risk, and you can still follow up your chains afterwards. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
And then finally, his finishers now chain to Raider's Fury. So the way Raider's flow works is you have Storming Tap that resets your chain. Whenever you do Storming Tap, your chain kind of resets, so it kind of works. But then your heavy finishers, you're not super incentivized to use them because you just stop.
Yeah.
And so you have to, you get a bit of frame advantage and stuff, but you still stop. And so because of this, it doesn't feel super good. So
But that's the
what
trade.
we're doing is we're giving you the ability to chain to Raider's Fury, which is like Raider's zone chain. So by doing this, you can now have a little bit new option, a bit more options, But on top of it, Radius Fury also soft feints to Storming Tap. So you can kind of like reset your chain after using your finishers, which is also kind of a cool thing to do. It kind of feels like it gives Raider a lot of new life. It's super interesting. So I can't wait to see what players do with this. And the Helicopter Man is
I
back.
already know what they're going to do with this.
Amazing.
And then Yorm, I'm sure I can't see chat right now because I'm blind. But also because I know they're probably excited at some of these changes, right? So first up, might not be super excited at the first one, which is Serpent Smite now gains uninterruptible stance at 500 ms instead of 4. The issue we had with it at 400 ms is that it was a little bit too early. It's a feintable attack. You can do like really crazy shenanigans with it. So pushing it back at 500 makes it less useful as a trading tool to beat certain things. You will have to feint during the parry, like before the parry window and stuff. So it makes a bit of a difference, but it's a bit of a nerf. The rest though is all real good, right? So Hammer Slam, which I think is one of the most requested thing that we've ever had for Yorm, it does now gain uninterruptible stance at 100 ms.
Amazing.
So you want to Hammer Slam people? Now you can. The reason why we were kind of reluctant to give him one is, first we want to kind of differentiate it a little bit from Eagle's Talon, right? It's a little bit different. We want to have like their different moves, and if they're specifically exactly the same all the time, it might not feel super fresh, super interesting. On top of it, we wanted to see, we want to have a counterplay to this one. And so the counterplay to this one was you get peeled. Turns out that you get peeled really often, so that's a bit of a problem. There's a big call whenever you do it too, so it doesn't help there. But on top of it, your allies also like hit you through friendly fire. It's not that they want to, but it kind of happens. So we get interrupted more than what we would like. So we're like, you know what? Let's just give it the armor that it deserves, that it needs to be more competitive, to help bring Yorm back up.
I don't mind it getting armor.
It now has
I'd
armor,
mind
so that's
how
great.
soon it gets
But
the
it deals 2 less damage, so at 28 instead of 30. Again, to balance things out a little bit, it'll land way more often. So like that little nerf and damage there kind of makes sense. And we also are nerfing the shield from Hammer's favor down to 20 from 25. So it's still useful. You still get like a big health swing. But at the same time, like because Hammer Slam will land a lot more reliably now, it makes a lot of sense to nerf that a little bit there.
Perfect.
All right.
Awesome.
So that's it, right? I think that's it.
Were we done?
I don't know. Let me listen in. Okay,
I've been feeding you more notes.
Yeah, I've been told that there's people in the back that are still writing notes as we speak. Because I didn't have the time to write all that.
No,
right?
of course.
So they told me that there's another page now.
Okay, they added another. All right.
There's another
Great.
page.
Let's
So
take a
let's look at it, right? Another page, man. I wonder if this segment will ever end.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So, well, then there's change to Hitokiri, right? So, Hitokiri's health is now 130. Again, same kind of rhyme and reason we have with Berserker, with Highlander.
Yeah.
Yes, let's make the hyper armor trade character even more
and
healthy.
And then Sankotsu now has more forward movement. So that's her front dodge heavy.
Okay.
It still was useful as a roll catcher. It's just that it was a bit tricky to use because you have to delay the input. So you have to front dodge and then like tap heavy a little bit late to get a bit more momentum and catch people that are running away. But it made it a bit unwieldy to use. It was a bit too hard to use from what we wanted to do. So we just increased the forward movement. So now it should catch rolls a lot more reliably. Makes a lot of sense there.
Great.
That's great.
All right.
Khatun, our favorite Mongolian hero.
Very
good. Okay,
so
that's a good change. Thank
two
you.
small changes. First is Fear and Fury stance. So that's when she runs at you. You know, when you get scared. And
Yes.
That second change is awful.
Terrified. Some bad things happen in your pants when that happens, so you don't want to.
Oh, no.
So basically, when she runs at you, when she does Fear and Fury stance, she can now cancel Fear and Fury stance into a dodge at 300 ms, down from 500. So it gives her more safety, more options. If you see people dodge bashing, doing a lot of different things, you get like a bit more of an ability to dodge out of these things and to avoid certain situations that make you feel good. If you ever want to see, and I'll name drop, we spoke about this a little bit before, if you want to see what super high level Khatun looks like, I saw a couple of videos by Blitz that we had on last time. Amazing guy. If you want to see what it looks like when somebody's really, really, really good with Khatun, go look at this because it's very impressive.
It's awesome.
And also we fixed her zone attack. The Garbrick vulnerability on her zone attack was a bit too low, like at 100 ms. It could be Garbrick attempts and stuff. So we put it back at a normal 433 ms. Just like in a normal heavies. Makes sense to be there, but we did that little change after that makes sense.
Great.
Finally on this slide, we have Sohei. So 2 small nerfs to Sohei. Sohei, ever since our last patch, has been doing way better. Like immensely better. It's awesome. We're really happy to see people pick up Soe again and do much better with him. So it was really warranted. It's great. But there was still two small issues with his heavy openers and with Mad Monk. So the problem is that these attacks, because of their speed, when you got uninterruptible stance at 400 ms, it kind of ended up like 100 ms before you can feint. That created situations where Sohei could trade with an incoming attack, feint, and then get a free GB every single time against their opponent, and then go boop, boop, boop. I have 3 souls, right? So you could do this with heavy openers and with Mad Monk. That's problematic. It was a bit too strong. It made it a bit too easy to get your souls. And so we're fixing it so that it's at the normal timing regardless, which we don't really like to have armor start on openers before the feint timing to avoid these kinds of issues. So we ended up doing this, so it makes sense for Sohei on both, like I said, heavy openers and on Mad Monk.
Nice.
Right? So let's just see. I don't know. Is there more?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes? Okay,
Yes.
let's see if there's
I'm
more.
gonna guess. There's another page.
I don't know. It might be empty.
Could be. That'd be weird.
Let's just like, I'm going to call on the ley line and stuff and
All
see
right,
if
go
something
ahead.
happens.
Go ahead.
And-
Summoning.
There we go. Oh,
Hey.
Virtuosa nerfs and a side buff, but still. So, Virtuosa, right? Her sideways misdirect can now be performed during dodges from 2 to 400 ms, down from 2 to 6. There's a reason why it was 2 to 6. It's because since Virtuosa's kit all revolves around the stance of her previous attack, right? You kind of decide what posture you go in based on the side of your previous attack. What ended up happening is we wanted to give her the ability to choose which posture to go to on every single dodges and whatever. But that means that you have to potentially side dodge, and because it forces the guard or whatever, you have to like re-switch your guard to the stance that you want. The timing that we had was kind of short, and so we decided, you know what, like let's put it at 600. So this way it gives you a bit more time, it's a bit more comfortable to perform that input. The problem this caused, however, is that because of this, and because she gains iframes, like every single dodge attack in the game gains iframe during their strike, you could dodge and then delay your attack super late and then regain iframes later into your dodge. So it gave you like different dodge timings so that you avoid things that you're not supposed to be able to avoid. So we're putting it back at the normal timing from 2 to 4. So this way, it makes a bit more sense into like how she times stuff and kind of makes like it makes it a bit better. It's gonna be harder to switch your stance to pick the stance that you want, but at the very least, you'll still be able to do stuff, and it'll be less oppressive when you fight against it.
Great.
And we've also lowered the stamina drain per second when she holds posture to 5 per second instead of 7. Again, a bit of a quality of life
change,
here for Virtuoso. At 7, it was a little bit too high. We looked at the data. We looked at a bunch of stuff. It was a bit too high. So at 5, it's still drained, so you still can't stay in posture indefinitely, but at least you can stay in it a little bit longer.
Great.
Works out fine. And then we have Pirate, right? So Pirate, guaranteed pistol blast, deals 4 damage instead of 5. You might be going, that's a 1 damage difference.
That's just like 20%.
It's 20% still, right?
Yeah, so it's-
That's the magic of math and numbers.
I love math.
Right?
I love math.
You can say a lot of things. 20% of something can be 1 or it can be 1. So it's good. But yeah, so we're lowering the damage a little bit of guaranteed pistol blast, like trying to lower Pirate's damage curve a little bit more, so that makes sense. But we're also doing something interesting with pistol blast after walk the plank and walk the plank itself, right? So if you look at this, pistol blast that's done after walk the plank now deals 15 damage instead of 5,
Fine.
so 10 more. But walk the plank deals 12 instead of 24, so 12 less. So basically, you deal 2 damage less when you're using walk the plank and pistol blast. But also, interestingly, the damage is no longer front loaded.
Yeah.
So your main source of damage, well, they're almost
kinda
similar, but
like
your main source
that.
of damage is coming
I
from
kind of
pistol
like
blast,
that. I like this a
not
bit
from
better.
walk the plank.
I
And the reason
actually
we did
like this a bit
is that
better.
walk the plank, if you do nothing, if you
I'll
land it
explain
and
what
you
I
do
mean
nothing,
in a minute.
like Pirate does a little bit of a knee, and then your opponent gets pushed back, and they can get wall splatted. They can like hit a wall,
Right.
and so because of that, the damage that she could output off of 24 off of walk the plank, plus getting a wall splat, then dealing an attack, it was way too high. So by lowering this, it lowers the total output of this by at least 12. makes it a little bit better, gives you more of an incentive to use Pistol Blast. So it we're kind of backloading the damage onto the Pistol Blast instead of being front-loaded on Walk the Plank, and it becomes more of a choice of what do you do in what situation, while still lowering your overall damage curve in general.
No, what they've done with Pirate
even
is
if
good.
you
I
do Walk
like
the
this
Plank into
change to
Pistol
Pirate.
Blast,
This
you still
makes
do a little
sense.
bit
This
more
makes
damage than you did
sense.
before.
And I'll explain why in a
So that's
minute.
kind of like the logic around this. It makes sense. We'll be able to see like how Pirate ends up being. She's still very, very strong.
Yeah.
At top level, she has a lot of fully unreactable 50-50s. So we're looking at what else we can do to help address those. But it still makes a bit of a difference here.
Great.
My little goblins in my ear are telling me there might be more.
All right.
Let's
More?
see.
Oh, another page.
Damn. I'm not going to remember all this.
So many pages.
They're working so like hardcore. I'm gonna have to figure out like a little gift for them when I get back to my office.
I think so. Yeah.
Should be good.
Think it on.
All right, so Tiandi, so Side Dragon Dodge. It's now vulnerable to guard break for 533 MS, up from 400. So Tiandi has been like really, really good in duels and in Dominion. He's an excellent staller, really, really fantastic defense. But the defense is a little bit too high. So because of this, we're making sure that you can guard break Side Dragon Dodge a little bit more effectively.
Yep.
But we're also making it so that you can dodge, you can perform it later into your dodge, right? It's more in line with the other timings of the other heroes where we do these attacks.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
thing
these changes
is
isn't
that
too bad.
if you fully delay it, now you have a 1033 MS window to get guard broken. So it's still useful. You can still do these things. But the odds of you getting guard broken in group fights and stopped is a lot higher. So it'll make a big difference here into the safety of Tiandi when he's trying to stall here. We know feats are also a bit of an issue with Tiandi. We're looking at those to see to help drive his survivability in those group fights and that stalling ability. But that should help in that regard to do that. We've also been doing a small buff to his own. So again, stamina cost improvements, 20 instead of 30 for his own attack first hit. All
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's fine.
All good there.
Tiandi's change is fine.
Cool. Warmonger. So I'm sure people who can read are jumping for joy right now.
Light opener attacks
Our
are now
light
enhanced.
openers are back to being enhanced.
Yay.
Right? So
Okay.
we had
Okay.
removed the enhanced ability of those
Okay.
attacks because we wanted to make sure that Warmonger had to work a little bit more to get into her offense. Turns out that it was too much of a blow to Warmonger. And so I will be the first one to admit, you know what? Sometimes we make these changes. We can make mistakes or we make bad reads. Sometimes we have to try these things. And sometimes it has to take a little bit of time before we go, you know what? The results of this are good or bad. And we have to give players time to adapt as well to see how they can do these things. In Warmonger's case, turns out that she really, really, really needs them. It's okay. It was something that we tried. I don't have any issues with us rolling it back. It's okay. It makes sense. And so it's back so now, so people are going to be happy. The rest of her chain, though, doesn't change. So whenever she does her claws, she still goes to her finishers, but their light finishers are still in hand. So the whole thing kind of still works. You can still vortex out of stuff. So everything kind of still makes sense. It'll be a little bit easier to get into your offense.
Great.
We're also changing Vicious Impale Claw on unbalanced, out of stamina opponents. So, just to give a bit of context here, if you're not super familiar with how this kind of works, is when you parry somebody that is out of stamina, you always unbalance them. They fall on the floor. For the vast majority of our casts, it means extra punishes. You do more damage because they fell down. You get more guaranteed attacks. Also, so there's heroes that get like 2 heavies, a bunch of damage on there.
Okay.
The problem with Warmonger is that if you parry somebody that's out of stamina, they unbalance. If you tap your heavy button, you do Vicious Impale on the ground.
Right.
But that only dealt 30 damage, like 10 plus 20 bleed. That is significantly lower than a lot of parry punishes there. So what we wanted to do is still give her, like, because normally if you're, like, the optimal punish in these cases usually a light into a heavy. You get, like, different things that so you can deal more damage than that. We kind of upped the damage to 10 plus 32.
So keep in mind, guys, the
instead of
42
10 plus
damage is
20
only done on
to
characters who are
compensate for the fact
unbalanced and out
that
of
it
stamina.
deals less damage. and
It's
you get into
basically,
less
you
stuff.
know
So
how
if you
Warmonger can
make
do
the
an
mistake,
impale
or if you
charge
don't know
if
what
they
the optimal
guard
punish
break?
is,
If
well,
they
you do get a
guard
better
break
punish
an
now,
out of stamina
regardless, which is
individual
still
and they
pretty
fall
good.
over, the
It
Vicious
works out
Impale
fine,
Claw
and it
will do a
helps
tremendous
Warmonger
amount
deal
of
a little
damage. It's
bit more in those
basically her
situations
out
with
of
less
stam parry punish. That's
specific
basically
crazy
what
knowledge
that
that you
is.
need to know.
And
of,
a
like,
lot
the
of
functions.
attacks do.
And then
moves that
finally,
are
we've
close to
also
that.
nerfing the damage of Beast of
Plus,
Prey.
keep
which
in
is
mind
a
the
side dodge
bleed
heavy,
damage can be
down
negated
to
by a lot of
22
feats.
24.
So
They're very,
keep that in
very,
mind.
very strong dodge attacks. Like have big trajectories, the whole thing. So it makes sense to nerf that a little bit.
Great.
In that regard.
Awesome.
So okay, well I can go home.
Can you?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think I'm reusing this bit a little bit too much.
Maybe.
So
but
you know, it's not in comedy. You have to like. There's a rule of 7, I think, or something.
it's a rule of 7. Is that that's
You
the rule
gotta
of
do
comedy?
Rule of
But
3.
it doesn't quite work anymore. So I just see there's more badges.
All right, there's more pages.
There's more stuff, right? So Lawbringer. So basically, almost only nerfs to Lawbringer. Lawbringer has been performing really, really well. Super
Good.
strong hero. Always shows up a bit in like frustration levels of players. So we're doing a couple of things, right? So first, all of his side light attacks are no longer enhanced. So that was a relic from Lawbringer in the past, where he kind of needed to have those to be able to get into offense.
Yeah.
That's when also like his top light from neutral is 400, for example, right? So there's a lot of those like old relics that are not really necessary anymore. Lawbringer does not need side enhanced lights whatsoever. There's a lot. He has a lot of good ways to get into offense, so it's a bit overwhelming. So we're removing those straight up.
Nice.
Then we're looking at the damage curve for all of his top heavies, so opener, chain, and finisher, and we're all lowering them. They all get a guaranteed little like light bump afterwards. So the damage was a bit too high on all of these. It also reset his chain. So by lowering the damage by 2 from the opener and the finisher, and by 1 opener and chain, and then 1 for the finisher, it kind of helps when you're playing against Lawbringer to go, you know what? Like I'm gonna take a bit less damage. It's gonna be okay. Lawbringer has to work a little bit better. So it kind of.
I don't know why people in chat are complaining about all the patches. I thought
Impaling
we liked
Riposte is now
patches.
feintable. So maybe going, why is it feintable? It doesn't matter. So the thing here is that it's a small change that we're trying to go, you know what? I can't really use it because it's no longer guaranteed off of a heavy parry. So it's a free parry.
I do not
and
know,
a free
John
block.
Claus. I do not know.
Now, with it being feintable, it's really niche. And
We'll
I
find
can
out
see
tomorrow.
it happening once in a while with somebody that you've kind of like, if you've conditioned them enough or whatever, that you can do, hey, I did a heavy parry, I'll do Impaling Riposte, feint into GB, and then get a bigger GB punish.
Yeah.
So it's meant to mix up a little bit. We know it will not be like the end-all, be-all. It's not the strongest attack in the game. But it's still something like a little bit of juice is a bit of an experiment. We're trying to go, does this actually do something? Is this going to be interesting? So we'll leave it in the hands of you, our players, to tell us if this is interesting or not.
Great.
Also, like small change on Shinobi. So Super Sprint now costs 10 stamina to activate up from 0. So we're removing the Shinobi Tokyo Drift style thing. So basically, like, yeah, with costing 10 to activate, you can't just like mash it infinitely and just go, hey,
I like that.
It's a
I
bit
like
of a
that.
nerf.
All these other characters
Shouldn't
have
impact
stamina
him too much.
reductions.
Funnily
Shinobi,
enough.
slap some stamina on it.
I won't tell him.
Yeah, Shinobi got a bitch slap.
Maybe, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Shinobi, when he super sprints, he's not that much faster. than
Whoa.
regular sprint.
What are you? You're breaking the fourth wall now.
It just looks really cool.
It really does go.
It
a
looks
real
cool.
run.
It is a little bit faster.
Love
to be
it.
Fair, but it's not massively faster.
Okay.
So it's just like,
Just a small little backhand to the Shinobi. I'm always glad to backhand to Shinobi. Come on.
bonus you get for having watched this.
This is it. Yeah, there you go.
Or watching it as a VOD or something. And it's good.
Yeah. No,
All right.
Only now.
Okay. Is there more? Yes, there's
There
more.
is.
Aphira. So, Aphira's gravity pull, we can now dodge it 400 ms before the hit. It used to be 300. So we opened up the dodge window for gravity's pull, so that it makes it a little bit easier to dodge. It's a very, very good opener. Running to opponents, like doing that thing, all that stuff. So it's great. But being able to dodge a little bit earlier makes it a tiny bit less threatening, so it helps.
Sure.
We also are changing Speeding Comet, which is our tier 3 feat, right? So the problem with Speeding Comet is that basically you could just, I see red, I pop feet, I kill. So with this, we're doing a bit of a change so that, first of all, you can dodge it a little bit later, like
Good.
we did for Gravity Pull, so that's great. But when it's performed at close range, so like if you're really close to somebody and you don't need to run towards them, you only get your full block at 400 ms instead of at 0. So you can
Good.
no longer just see red, press button, and beat everything. So that's the first thing. The second part of this is that when you use the feat and you trigger Fleet Foot, which is kind of like the running animation that she has that she runs towards you, the attack will gain full block only after 400 ms that you are in Fleet Foot. So
Good.
you have to run for at least 400 ms before that full block starts. Again, to help defend against these kind of like I see red, I press button there. So it kind of makes a bit of a difference here. And on top of this, Fleet Foot now has a minimum duration of 400 MS. So if you're close,
Good.
and you would
that's
run
a nerf
only
she
normally
needed.
for less than 400
That's
MS,
a
you will
nerf
still
she
keep running
needed.
for 400 to make sure that that full block window stays static at 400. So it kind of helps play against her a little bit more, and that you can't exploit going, hey, I'm going to be just outside the range to get my full block to come up just a little bit earlier. So this is a way for us to prevent these from happening and remove that, feet on red type of thing, which is not super interactive and super fun to play against.
Gotcha.
All right?
Yep,
now we have
this.
more changes.
What? More?
Gladiator, right? So it's a bit of a rule change for Boleadoras. It will also apply to another feat that we'll talk about later, but we'll start with this, right? So so Boleadoras now respects hit stun rule. Boleadoras is a projectile that pins. So the issue that we have with the anti-yank stuff and stuff is that it was like a bit more complicated, where if you could still kind of reset hit stun using Boleadoras. So it kind of created issues. So we fixed this entirely. So now this is the rules, right? Because there's a bit of an exception here, so I need you to listen, everybody at home, listen really carefully. If the victim was idle, right? So if you're just there standing, or you're not in a hit stun or whatever, if you get hit by Boleadoras, it's as normal. You enter first hit stun, and then per the regular rules, anybody else that hits you
Yep,
gets
this is good.
25%
I'm okay with
damage
this.
reduction. But if you, as the gladiator, hit that person, you deal full damage. So it's exactly as normal. Nothing changed there. Then if the victim was already in first hit stun, they enter second hit stun, and they get 75% damage reduction from anybody. Yeah, that's good. But unlike traditional second hit stuns, you can still be pinned by other attackers. So normally when you're in second hit stun, you can no longer be pinned whatsoever. Right. In the case of Boleadoras specifically, you can still be pinned. What this lets us do is, let's say I'm here, I'm Glad, and you are Lawbringer, right? Sure. Because you like to play Lawbringer.
Of course, yeah.
Well, you play Nusha, but you also play Lawbringer.
I play a few, yeah.
Play a few, right? So we're kind of 2 against 1. You hit an opponent. I Boleadoras them while they're in hit stun. You do an impale, and you will still be able to pin them and then ledge them or get them to the wall or something. So it kind of helps the combo ability of these things a little bit more. Because it's a projectile, because it's a feat, it's not something you can spam constantly. We wanted to keep a bit more utility there to have something kind of cool happening. And then finally, if the victim was already in second hit stun, it will not pin or bind at all. Okay. So that respects the entire rules there. So that's the idea here for Boleadoras. It's a bit of a change here. I know it's a lot to take in. I can't wait to see people experiment with it and see what they can do with it.
Okay.
Great.
More changes. Centurion. So
Hey,
we're finally
they are
reintegrating
bringing the feat
Centurion
changes.
from the testing ground.
Amazing. Nice.
Everybody rejoice, dance for joy, whatever you do. Take a sip of water. I don't know. But let's keep going. Right? So you've probably seen most of these, but I'll still go through them quickly. Tier 1 feat is not amplified roar. So whenever you land the Lion's Roar finisher, so it's guard break into 3 lights, you will always unbalance enemies. You'll see there's a bit of a theme with unbalancing an Eagle's Talon, right? So that works well. It's a passive, works super good. Tier 2 feat, Eagle's Windfall. So whenever you land an Eagle's Talon, you reduce your enemy's attack and you increase your ally movement speed and an AoE around your target. So the reason why it gets both, and they're both kind of disconnected a bit, but it still makes sense, right? If you use this in a situation where you're outnumbered, you increase your survivability. That's great. If you use it in a situation where you're alone or you're with your team and you finish off the last person, it boosts up your speed and your allies' speed so you can rotate faster. So it's meant to kind of enhance the end of ganks and also to enhance your survivability when you're outnumbered. So overall, you always benefit from this feat when you land an Eagle's Talon. Regardless of the situation, you just get more benefit if you have more allies or if there's more enemies around. You get a little bit more, but it still all kind of works out really well. So we wanted to make sure that the feat is always useful no matter what happens.
Great.
Oh, hold on,
now,
guys. I'm gonna mute myself.
Since tier 3, Vainglorious Pugio, right? So throws a projectile that binds, and if you perform a Legion kick on the bound target, it unbalances them. It deals 15 damage, 120-second cooldown. This is the other feat I was talking about that also respects the new hit stun rules. Same thing with Vainglorious Pugio. So it's Pugio that gives you an unbalance, that gives you an Eagle's Talon, that grants you Eagle's Windfall, right?
Synergy.
Everything works together. It's synergy all around. And the one that really changed from the testing grounds is Refined Phalanx. So Refined Phalanx, it now gives all your allies a moderate amount of shield and cleanses them of any negative status effects. It grants a 50 shield for 10 seconds, and that's on a 180-second cooldown. So when we did this previously, it healed, if I remember correctly, but it also cleansed. And so the utility, a lot of what we heard was, I like the old Phalanx better because it gave everybody shields.
Right.
So we're like, you know what? We're going to get both.
Okay.
Right? It's like the little meme of why
Best
not
of both.
both?
Yeah,
So
why
this
not
is
both?
both.
There you
So you get a shield and you get the cleanse. And the beauty of this as well, right?
Mhm.
Nolan, do you like to play Breach?
I mean, I do. Yeah.
Do you like when the king gets corruption applied on them?
I really don't. No.
No?
No.
Well, if you have Ascent, you can cleanse it now.
Oh man. All right.
Right? So this is
Since
great,
in
right?
the meta now.
right,
he's in the
so
meta
so
for
it
Breach.
helps
Let's
work.
go.
It helps in those situations as well. Right? That cleanse, it cleanses literally every single negative status effect.
That's awesome.
There's a Juror on the other team that popped their tier 4, pop yours. That defense debuff only applies to their own team now. So
Oh, that's it.
this is what
That's
happens,
a
right?
spicy hard.
That's how you
counter
live.
right
So
there. I
it's
like
so
that.
there's a lot of that stuff now that kind of helps with create new synergies between heroes and kind of feels really good. So that's really good.
Very cool.
So now, so Eagle's Talent also, like, we reduce the damage to 28, mostly because of that first feat, you know, the bop
Yeah.
there. We don't need to have a 30 damage plus a bunch of buffs
Yeah.
on GB. So
right,
we're
back.
lowering it down a little bit more, so it makes sense. We also looked and we heard all your feedback when we did the testing grounds regarding alternate feats. So we picked alternate feats that make sense with Centurion, which means that some of them are no longer there. But we'll look at them, right? So alternate feat ones are Bounty Hunter, Inspire, Second Wind, and Stalwart Banner. And alternate feats 2 are Body Count, Executioner's Respite, Sharpened Blade, and Catapult. You'll notice Haymaker is no longer there. We were doing a lot of that feat rework to remove Haymaker.
Yeah.
In large part, because Haymaker is not super fun. It creates a lot of balancing issues, creates a lot of problems. So we rather have Haymaker out and have better feats, and it lets us. It opens up our design space for Centurion really to do different things. So it's really good there.
Nice.
Next up, we have Peacekeeper.
Hey,
Also
Peacekeeper
gets
gets her
feats
changes.
from testing grounds.
Nice.
Fear not. Fear not. Induced fear is not the same as it was in the testing grounds.
I'm
so you
sorry,
don't-
I'm glad
Okay,
Haymaker's
all right.
gone. I'm glad
I'm
it's
thinking
gone.
ahead to try to do
It
like
was
puns
easy
and
what we
damage
do.
that you
See
could
what
get
we
just
It
from
works.
making people
So
guess
okay,
wrong.
so tier 1 feet, crossbow
Continuous
wound,
annoyance.
same as our old
You
tier
basically
3 feet,
get
but
free
placed
damage
as a
and
tier
then
1.
guaranteed damage after the fact.
It's
Nah, Haymaker
active,
needed to
shoots
go.
a crossbow, deals direct bleed damage, deals 1 plus 10 bleed over 10 seconds, 30-second cooldown.
If you could only
Really
win
helps
with
you
Centurion
apply
because
bleed
of Haymaker,
externally,
that's a
'cause
skill
Peacekeeper
issue.
suffers externally when you can't apply bleed. It's a bit
Right.
harder. That is a bit of a misconception. She has arguably the best peel in the game. It's not obvious to go, you know what? If I'm playing Peacekeeper, what I'm supposed to do is wait for my target that I'm external to make a mistake
reverse this
and
change in
then
less than a
peel
month?
them and then bleed
No,
them.
because a lot of
But
people have
it's not
demanded Haymaker
super obvious.
go.
And if you're playing against somebody that's extremely defensive, you still can't do it.
Okay.
So we want to have ways to be able to open them up. There might be something else.
Oh man.
I'm not saying it right now.
Okay.
Tier 2 feet bleed armor, right? So if you land a hit on a bleeding target, you get a defense buff for a short duration. So every time you hit somebody that's bleeding, you get 25% damage reduction for 10 seconds. Again, synergizes really well with her bleeds. Makes a lot of sense. Super good. Awesome. Tier 3 feet is Sanguine Serrations. So it's her own version of Sharpened Blades. Whenever you pop it and it's active, all your attacks apply bleed. They do 10 additional bleed over 5 seconds on your opponent. That's good. But it also has a passive side of it. When the feat is on cooldown, every time you hit a target that's bleeding, you shave off 5 seconds off of the feat's cooldown. So it's super cool. Every time that kind of happens, you're able to pop Sanguine Serrations, bleed somebody like crazy, stack a bunch of bleed. Once that's done, keep hitting them like crazy. She gets like her kit opens up like quite a bit when your opponents are bleeding, so it kind of works well there. And you can shave off quite a bit of the duration of the cooldown, and you can repop it again, so that works well.
All right.
Finally, Induced Fear. So in the TG, what we did here is you get it permanent, right? It kind of was interesting. It had like some side effects that we weren't super happy with. So we're putting it back to being active. So it's basically our own fear itself. But there's a bit of a twist here, which is every time Peacekeeper kills an enemy while the feat is active, it'll reset the duration of induced fear.
Nice.
So it's active for 20 seconds. It gives a 30% defense debuff, so it's kind of like as normal. But let's say I pop it. I land but Peacekeeper has to land the killing blow, right? She lands the killing blow. At 1 second left, gets back to 20 seconds. You still have it back for 20 seconds. So when this happens, you want to let Peacekeeper kill people because you can chain it for quite a long time and make sure that it's active for longer. But you have to let her land killing blows, which is not always the easiest thing. Her damage curve is a little bit lower. So let her do her work. It's super cool. It works well. You can
What
still
was
participate in
Haymaker?
ganks if you want.
It was
but it still
Centurion's
works quite well.
second feat that let him do damage with
But
each
now
punch.
there's something else with
each bash he
Peacekeeper.
did.
The first line here is something that I know a couple of players that visited us a couple times
Yeah.
have been out asking me about for a bit of time. Let's just say it that way. We're going to be nice. They're nice to us. We're nice to them. But basically now dagger cancel, when it's performed off of a top heavy attack, is now unblockable.
Dying.
So, I was saying that it's kind of hard to apply bleed to people when they're external.
Yeah.
Well, then you can do it pretty easily now.
Not anymore.
The thing is, this is really not that good when you're in a 1v1 because the timing, the parry timing overlaps, everything kind of overlaps. It's still unblockable, so you can't just block top and deal with it, but it's a lot easier to deal with.
Right.
The thing is, as you'll remember, we tried to do testing rounds with bashes, with Peacekeeper and stuff, and ultimately, the issue with the bash is, if we do a fast bash, there is literally no point to having dagger cancel. Like it kind of eliminates the need for it. Outside of it costs a bit more stamina. Even then, it's kind of debatable. So we put it as a slower bash to go, like it's a tool that you use externally. But then it was slow. Nobody really liked it. I've seen some people calling for it back. And this is a much more elegant solution to the problem. So we're going with this. Makes a lot of sense. Super good. That works. And as with Centurion, right, alternate feats, we took care to make sure that she kept the alternate feats that players liked. So alternate feat ones are stealth, fiat looks, put no more this catapult. And 2, she still has bounty hunter. If you use respite, punch through, which is new on her, she can still deal a bit of damage if people are not.
I don't see why they gave her punch through.
And then
punch
finally,
through seems
the
weird
last
to give to her.
here for Peacekeeper.
Super cool.
Super
Punch
cool,
through is
right?
an odd feat to give to her.
All right. Is there more? Let's just.
I think
I'm getting to be out of
Slip
breath
through
a
would've
bit,
been
but
better.
we'll see what
Instead of
happens.
punch through, give her slip through.
been here, but
More changes.
More
Okay, so feat changes. Corruption deals 8 damage per tick, down from 10. So it's a bit of a nerf. Makes sense.
Good.
Corruption is super, super strong.
Yeah.
It'll give you a bit more survivability when you're fighting against a warmonger, and Nusha applies corruption all the time. Feels really good. And then finally, Last Laugh deals 20 to 100 damage, down from 20 to 100.
That's probably needed.
The big change here is that if you're over 100 HP, Last Laugh can no longer kill you. So that's a
my
big
face
thing,
is
right?
blocking
Before
it.
at
It's
140,
corruption
it
and
can
Last
still
Laugh.
kill you.
That's big
So
change.
we want to lower the effectiveness of Last Laugh as so that it's not hey, you kill me, I win. It really feels bad. It doesn't feel super interactive.
Feeling some night
It's not super
bias?
fun. So by not guaranteeing that
Peacekeeper
it
and
always kills,
Centurion
it makes a
were
bit
in
more
need
sense.
of
And
feat
again, we'll see
differences.
where all of that evolves and goes into the future.
I know what,
Incredible.
she's
Let's
very
go to the
happy.
next
I'm
page
sure
'cause there's
she's
one more.
singing praises right now.
Bug fixes. These are bug fixes that affect balancing, so that's why we're putting them here.
Yeah.
It's also why we're kind of renaming the segment to balancing now, because it's more focused on balancing specifically. Our patch notes often have way more stuff in them. Whenever we're doing new features or whatever, we put that in the patch notes. So we're kind of changing this to balancing. But no worries, I'll always still be here to read you the patch notes for 6 hours.
There you go.
So Aphira and Pirate, right? They both have feats where you launch a projectile that kind of bounces between opponents. The thing is that, let's say you have 2 opponents and you have an ally in the middle of them, and as Aphira or as Pirate, you shoot it at the first one, it'll bounce, but it will hit the person in between them, and then it'll bounce between your allies, which is not something you want to see ever. But it still applied the debuff when this happened, and so that felt overly punitive to those feats. So we're removing the ability for that to apply a debuff to kind of have this. And then finally, we have also fixed the bug that we have with Centurion that guaranteed a jab after a charge heavy. It was caught a little bit too late, and it was a bit too tricky to fix, as a live patch and everything. So we had to wait until now to be able to fix it properly and get the right things. But no worries, Centurion no longer gets this, so this is good to go.
Super cool.
Super cool, right? So that's it basically for patch notes. So there was For balancing, rather, yes. Thank you, Max. The amazing Max, as always, in the back. But that's it for balancing. So it's quite awesome. I'm super happy.
You good? Are you okay?
I'm okay, dude. I'm okay. It's
Sure, he's
That was a lot.
exhausted after
that
reading
was
all
a
that.
lot.
It's a lot.
Like really, like I want giant kudos for the balancing
Sure,
to the game
absolutely.
design team. Like they worked super
Yeah.
hard on this. Nell did a lot of that stuff. So really, you guys are doing an amazing job. I'm just here presenting them. We'll also have a bit of a hand in, talking about it stuff. But
It's a team effort.
Yeah,
it's
the
a team
patch notes
effort.
this time
It's
were
great.
really good
But
with
really,
like
thank you guys.
one or
and
two
I
exceptions.
really hope everybody enjoyed
With one or
these.
two exceptions, I
There's
thought all
a
the
lot
patch
of
notes were
stuff to
good.
dig through.
Nobushi's
I'll
was
be looking at the
unnecessary.
box with the chat and
Hitakiri's
see how much you
was.
love me or hate me, and it'll be
I
fun.
just don't like
So,
Hitakiri, but
that's it.
everything
So
else
that's
I
it
thought
for-
was
for
pretty good.
balancing.
And Raider,
Well,
Raider, I
JC,
don't care much
thank
for,
you
but
so much
everything
again.
else was
Always
great.
a pleasure to have you on to talk balancing.
liked all
to,
the
like,
patch
see
notes
all the
except for
insights
those
into
three.
this.
I'm always happy to be here.
Amazing. So cool. Well, folks, so we hope you enjoyed that. But stick around because coming up next, we have the community corner. And in between, we have a fun little video showing all of the amazing glory weapons that you can loot starting tomorrow with the new title update drop. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, let's see these new weapons they've got, the glory ones. I love the glowing yellow. Looks really cool. Makes it look like it was touched by the sun. Okay, that's like a heaven shield. I might need to give that to my angel Blackbriar. These are kind of good. I know that they're reskins, but they're kind of good, actually. Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's a reskin. I know it is, but it's kind of fire. Yeah, this is literally praise the sun, y'all. Praise the sun, y'all. I like the gun. Virtuosa, nothing was changed. All right, praise the sun, y'all. Praise the sun. I love the music of this season. It's so good. Community corner, yay! About my thoughts on this title update too at the end. We'll take a few minutes to talk about it because I've got a lot I want to say, and I don't want want to just rant in the middle of this because I'll get interrupted. So let's just
Welcome
wait.
back, Warriors. We're here at the Community Corner, but before we get into it, I just want to give a quick announcement. We know we've been having some issues with our Twitch drops, so in order to make sure that you guys get your sweet, sweet drops, we're making sure that anyone who collected one scavenger crate during this stream is going to get 2 more on top of what you've already collected.
Good.
So yeah, hopefully that sorts it out for the most part.
That's good. I was worried because I really need my drops.
Yeah, I
need
know.
my drops,
I know.
so.
It's important.
Great.
All right.
Well, very cool. Well, that's exciting. Thank you, Zahara. And yeah, folks, so we had a lot to talk about today, a lot to cover, and we're going to check out the Community Corner videos in not too much longer. But before we even go any deeper than that, we need to talk really quickly about leaderboards. In fact, the previous leaderboard from the Arena of Echoes event.
Congrats to all the Warriors who made it to the leaderboard. Absolutely so impressive to see how many bosses were killed during this event.
Yes.
And in first place, we have Grekix with 3,468 kills.
Wow.
Golden Viper in second place and Cycle Loop Zero in third place. But Nolan, can you tell me how long do you have to play to kill that many?
All right, stay with me
bosses?
here. We talked about how much we love math here, so bear with me, folks. Okay, a little back of the hand, back of the napkin math here. Okay, so Arena of Echoes was a best 3 out of 5 game mode.
Yeah.
That means that if you did your absolute best, you have to win 3 rounds to get through it. In each round, you can kill a maximum of 2 bosses.
Yeah.
The leaderboard is tracking boss kills, which
Right.
means that in an absolute best case scenario, you're only playing 3 rounds per game. You're getting 6 boss kills if you are the only one getting those boss kills. All right, you with me on that? Okay, so Grekix got 3,468 kills. So if he did the absolute best he could possibly do with 6 kills a match, that means he had to, at a minimum, have played 578 rounds of Arena of Echoes, which is incredible to start.
How many hours is that?
So,
I
but, okay,
couldn't
so
do
we're gonna
that.
follow with me here. Okay, so like if you did your absolute best, we averaged that like a single round of Arena of Echoes is like 5 minutes long. So if you played 578 rounds of 5 minutes each at a minimum here, that would have been about 2,890 minutes, which divided by 60 equates to a little more than 48 hours of time. That's a lot of Arena.
And that's
That's
if you
substantial.
did it
That's
perfectly.
scary.
Yeah, a
in
perfect
fact.
run. Like, holy crap. So, great job, Greg, because that's
Amazing.
incredible.
That is amazing.
Nice work, man. Math is fun. I love math. So,
I don't like math.
I'm with her.
that's okay.
I don't
That's
like
like I'll
math.
do. I'll
That's
do
why I
the
got
math.
you.
I'll do the math. That's fine. All right, so folks, and again, hey, new leaderboard. I'm gonna math at the end of the next one too. So it's gonna be good. But speaking of which, so folks, as a reminder, the throwback event for the Creed with Assassini I Templari, the game mode and the free event pass go live tomorrow for 3 weeks. So, in this new the new title update coming out, we have a brand new hero skin. So we have Shinobi, the hero skin, Naui the Swift.
My favorite.
It is so good. I know, and I love that we got the voice actors back for this. The Shigoki hero skin, Yasuke the Brave, again with the voice actor for here, and the Berserker hero skin, Ivor Wolf-Kissed. So you're going to be able to pick up all of these starting tomorrow as well. And if you just want them all, hey, guess what? We got bundles for you here. So starting off, the AC Shadows bundle. As a reminder, you can get both Naue and the Yasuke hero skins. On top of that, you get an Illustrious outfit, Igas Furious, available for all heroes. It's the little puppy dog. It's so cute. Big shout out to Martin for that one too. Like, I love the tail wag. It's so good. And this is going to even come with 6 scavenger crates and 14 days of championship status. But if that's not enough and you want an even bundlier bundle, the bundlest of all bundles, you can get the Assassin's Creed Ultimate Hero Skin bundle, which is going to come with the Shinobi Hero Skin, Naue the Swift, Shigoki's Yasuke the Brave, Berserker's Ivor Wolf-Kiss, the Peacekeeper Ezio Auditore Hero Skin, if you haven't picked that up, the exclusive Illustrious outfit, Igas Furious for all the heroes in the entire roster, 4 AC themed shared executions for the entire roster. That's Eivor's Ardor, Naue's Vengeance, Yasuke's Oath, and Requiescatem Pace. On top of that, 12 scavenger crates and 28 days of championship status. Holy crap, that's a lot of content. Incredible.
Amazing.
But we're not done, folks.
We're not done.
Because we will also be having a hero trial for Shinobi. That's right. So starting April 23rd through April 30th, you can play Shinobi for free. So that's starting tomorrow. It's going to coincide really nicely with that really cool Naui hero skin. So that's great. We plan things. We have the time-limited leaderboard for the game mode. Don't forget the Assassini I Templari. And remember, you are going to be scored based off of total boss kills. So again, I want to see those numbers go up. JC wants to see those numbers go up. I want to do some crazy math for the next show. So
Absolutely.
that's going to be great. We also talked about it too earlier on, but the Arena of Echoes, while the event may be over, we really loved all of the realization that we did in the map. So we're going to keep that realization available, specifically in the map rotation. So for Brawl, it's going to be live from May 14th through the 28th, and for Duels from May 28th through June 11th. So check it out. It's really cool looking. On top of that, we have a trio of Hero Fest coming out this season here. Highlander on May 21st, Jianyu on May 28th, and the Warden on June 4th. Plus a balancing patch that we spent a while talking about here. So much content, all that going live tomorrow. So, okay.
Thank you, Nolan.
Thank you.
I'll take the torch.
Yeah, you say something.
I'll say a lot of things. We also have content of the week coming your way. Starting tomorrow until May 14th, we have the mythic outfit Jotunheim's Frost for 15k steel.
Cool.
Nice.
We have the shared executions, Naui's Vengeance. There it is.
And it ledges.
Oh, it ledges. And Yasuke's Oath. Goodbye. Squish, squish. Again, squish.
Bigger squish.
We have Eivor's Ardor. / chop chop. And we have more content of the week. Starting April 30th until May 14th, we have the throwback retrofit content. We have the Eagle's Companion, the signature. We have also the Inside the Animus signature. Very cool. We have the Elite Outfit, Ruler of the Masses. Don't forget the emote, Master Assassin. The other emote, Leap of Faith. And tell me about the hay bale.
So if you weren't aware, this actually has an alternate outcome where sometimes hay bale doesn't spawn.
Uh-oh.
It's hilarious.
That's pretty good. I want to see that. We also have the mythic outfit, Apple of Eden.
Nice.
Ooh.
So sparkly.
We have the illustrious outfit, Auditores Esteem. And the Audius of Mythistios. Mystios, thank you. We have the execution, Resquiacte. You're going to have to have
Requiescat in pace.
Resquiacte.
Requiescat in pace. Requies.
I'll let you do this one.
Requiescat in pace.
No, I can't.
There's no S at the. I know it's like there's no S at the.
My brain won't do it right
All right,
now.
no worries about it. No worries.
We also have the execution, Fear Not the Darkness. Much easier to say.
Yes.
And it ledges.
So good.
And finally, we have the execution, the Assassin's Blade. Bam, pow.
See,
Wow.
I like that one because not only does it stab him, like you can see he's just like dragging the blade up to like just.
Makes him feel it.
It's very, very violent. We do some violent stuff here. So, but hey, it's not violent, folks. We have the Year 10 merch. Don't forget.
Yeah,
So
I'm
again, follow the links you see on the screen, the QR code, scan it there. You can join Larry's fan club with the official T-shirt there. We also have 10th anniversary T-shirts, hoodies, hats, mugs, all that fun stuff there. Just check it out. Enjoy. Support the wear. It's going to be great. So good times.
Ooh, this looks cool.
And don't forget, folks, also, we have an event order. So, Assassini I Templari Week 1. So, from April 24th through the 27th, be the faction with the most Assassini I Templari matches completed. So, that'll be good. And a new weekly arcade quest, Vortiger's Task, available from April 23rd through the 30th. So, there you go.
Very cool. All right, before we get over to Josh and TJ, I have a cool little announcement to make. To celebrate your amazing For Honor fashion, we're hosting our very own gala on May 4th. So with the 4 Fashion, we're celebrating with the 4 Fashion mods on May 4th, which is the same day as another famous gala. So you're all invited to show off your best looks, and the theme is Fashion is Armor. Look at that.
That's nice.
It's so cool. That's actual armor from the game you're seeing right now, which is really cool. And so we're going to be on Reddit, the 4 Fashion. We're going to be on X. We're going to be on Instagram. We're going to be resharing your looks with the official accounts. It's going to be really busy. It's going to be really fun. And I can't wait to see all of your looks. You're going to have to, in order to join, you'll have to tag our official accounts and hashtag the 4 Fashion Gala hashtag. But don't worry about remembering all these details because we're gonna share a couple of posts with you next week with all the details, and we can't wait to see you there. Start preparing.
Nice.
Oh, and if you happen to have cosplay, you are more than welcome to join. It doesn't just have to be with your heroes.
Oh, I like it.
You can join Fashion is Armor as either your heroes or cosplay.
Sweet.
All right, that's that. So now finally, we have the Community Corner, and it's my pleasure to hand it over to Josh and TJ to show us the latest content from the community.
All right, let's hear it.
Welcome, Warriors, to the Community Corner. Hello, hello. As always, I am Josh, and I'm joined with...
TJ.
Hi, TJ.
Hi, TJ.
How you doing, TJ?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing really, really good. It's warm. It is a warm day here at our little studio. And I guess... kind of fitting because
not as hot as those patch notes though.
Oh yeah, those patch notes are hot
and big.
There's a lot of them. They're beefy. They're super beefy. But yeah, it's been a really cool show so far. But let's go ahead and get into our really cool pieces of UGC that you have submitted and like posted on things and stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with For Honor props. This beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous artwork. I'm not artwork. Cosplay.
That is gorgeous.
The golds and just like the way it's all accented. And
Look at this fire shot.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love it. I love it so much.
We gotta get flown into sight.
Right?
Shot.
And then we have a really cool piece of tattoo artwork from Lonely Wanderer. We have tattoos too. We're tattoo pals. And then this is from Centric Ether. I messaged them and I was like, "Yo, we're gonna get some mileage out of this."
Yeah,
great.
That's my face.
Like,
that's my face. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be used a lot. Then we got Vidal the King about to go kill some minions and then just completely whips.
Ooh.
Valid crash out. I would be going absolutely insane, bro. Especially if you're losing too. Yeah, bro. Like, bump that. And then we have a cool artwork featuring our boy Jurin from Owl Warden.
Thank you for all the Jurin love, all the fan art.
He looks like a Disney character.
Great.
Yeah.
It's Kronk.
What's the dude from Emperor's New Groove or whatever?
That's why he's called Jura.
Yeah, there you go. And then we have I'm Tired 667 showing off a interesting face-off on the B. Point. No, that's not A. Don't listen to me. I'm not saying things right. But hey, they're standing there.
Facing up. This is a different type of face-off. New screen devs.
There you go. All you need is this. They've done the work for you. So. And it just goes on and on.
And we just do this.
Yeah, and then we have a Yusu Kev. I never know how to say your name, but I was in one of his streams and he said that it's actually Daddy Kev. That's what it turned out to. But absolutely diabolical movement with the shaman emote in the grass. I've seen people doing that a lot.
Yeah.
And then we have one last one here from Elro. Ooh, he just got taken out by a
emote.
And then he dies too. What? Why was he trying to flex? Why was the shaman trying to flex? Or the Shaolin? Excuse me.
You see what I did there? Then he got. Can't. No bragging on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm like, don't be cocky. Don't be arrogant. Don't do that.
You can always get got.
Mm-hmm. Exhibit A, B. Which one was this? C7? I don't know. Like I said, it's hot in here, so I'm losing my mind. But those are all the clips that we have for today. If you want to be featured, go ahead and submit on the subreddit. Go ahead and tag us on the Twitters, the Instagrams, the MySpaces, the AOLs, email us. I don't know. Can we give it our email? I don't think so.
No.
Probably not.
Talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We'll ask. We'll ask Sahara. Sahara, you can answer it. You're right there. Yeah, before we go, there's a couple of quick little things that we wanted to mention.
Yes. Please don't forget, on April 28th, we are supporting Wextra. She will be on the front page of Twitch.
Woo!
We are doing the For Honor Gala the following Monday in collaboration with the For Fashion subreddit to do a little fashion event in line with the Met Gala at the same night. So keep your eyes looking out on the socials for more updates on all of that, and we will see you next time.
Yep, and then check out those patch notes in the morning. They're gonna be beef.
Oh my god, the cosplay.
The it's so
The cosplay
good.
was the
So
best part of it,
good.
if I'm being
I
honest.
think
That was really good.
that cosplay has to be part of the gala.
It's got to be in the gala.
Has to
All right,
be.
do that.
What was your favorite?
Okay, so I remember when we released that shaman emote that lets you sneak around in bushes and stuff. So I love to see that even after all these years, it's still being used for evil. So
course
much
it is.
evil. So
It's why you added it.
that was great. So great job, guys, and thank you, TJ. Thank you, Josh. Always
Thank you.
amazing to see.
Yeah, and that's it for the show. Thank you so much for being here.
These are.
And I do believe that we are rating Bean. So
Right.
let's go. See you guys on the battlefield tomorrow.
They'll never raid me.
That's it. Bye.
I've just come to terms with that Ubisoft actually I came to terms with that a long time ago. So let's switch it back. Okay. I'm trying to think of the best way to say what I'm thinking right now. I'm trying to think of the best way to say it.
Hello, X.
No, what's this? Oh.
Hey, it's me.
Well, it is you.
That is me.
Hopping out of that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, no, don't worry about it, Samuel. I've come to the conclusion that For Honor actively doesn't like me. I genuinely think they don't. I think that For Honor regrets that I became a content creator, and regrets that I've gained the traction that I have. I really do. All right, let's talk about this. So the patch notes were the saving grace of this. There were a butt ton of them, and with very few exceptions, I liked all of them. The only three that I didn't care for were Nobushi, because the changes to her zone aren't going to change anything about the zone. The zone is incredibly predictable and easy to block. It's not going to make a lick of difference, I guarantee it. The Raider one I don't like because to me, being able to chain your finisher into the zone, that to me the idea was it's a trade, right? If you're going into your finisher but then you soft feint into your top light, you're resetting your combo, or you can just let it fly. It was basically playing with your opponent. Now, why would you even do the top light? You're just gonna throw your finisher and then just go right into your zone and go into more stuff like that. I don't see the use of that. I don't think that's a good idea. But that's their call. And the Hitakiri one, I just don't like Hitakiri. So other than that, the patch notes were great. I liked all the patch notes, and I'm glad to see so many patch notes. Now as for the Assassin's Creed Shadows thing. I'm not against them doing more Assassin's Creed events. Some people in chat were saying, like, you know, Assassin's Creed, For Honor just scraping the bottom of the creative barrel. I don't think that's it. I think that genuinely it's the other way around. I think Assassin's Creed is trying to get For Honor to help advertise them. I think Assassin's Creed's team has taken a huge hit thanks to Shadows because it was not the success they thought it would be. And as a result of that, Assassin's Creed is trying to get For Honor to help advertise them a little bit. Here's the thing. If you wanted to do Assassin's Creed, there were other characters that would have done so much better. You could have had Edward Kenway as a pirate, something that people have been asking for since Pirate came out. You could have had Bayek as the Medjai. I mean, hell, Bayek was a Medjai. You know, like, that just makes so much sense to me. I feel like that would have been such a better idea. You could have given us an Altair skin for Warden. You know, you could have given us an Altair skin for Warden. because Altair's a character we haven't seen in such a long time. You could have done a Connor skin for Berserker or something. You could have done, there were a lot of options you could have gone with. You went with Assassin's Creed Shadows, one of the least successful Assassin's Creed games in recent memory, a game that many considered the final death nail of Ubisoft, and you decided to use their characters. And you also used Eivor Wolfkiss from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a game that was super popular for a while, but then everyone fell out of love with because it got so over-bloated. I don't think it was a good idea. If you like the skins and you like the characters, fine, get them. Feel free. I'm not going to be here telling you what you can or can't get. I'm not going to tell you what you should like or not like. I'm telling you my thoughts, and I know my thoughts count for spit. So you guys enjoy what you want. If these skins really speak to you, great. I'm glad they do. Get them, enjoy them, play them. Please do. For me, I do not like the skins. I'm not a fan of the idea of it. I'm not a fan of what they did there. I think that there were better options. I think there were better ideas they could have gone with. And I came up with 3 off the top of my head. And they would have been a lot more well received. But they want to sell Assassin's Creed Shadow. They want to convince you that it was not a failure. Well, you can lie to us, but you can't lie to yourself, you know. It's reality. Then there's that, what was it? The illustrious outfit with the Shiba Inu, with that dog. You know, I've been saying for a while we need more illustrious outfits where you can summon up animals. Like, imagine if you had one that summons a horse. Wouldn't that be sick? That would go so well with Hatun. You could have one that summons a tiger. You could do one that you could summon a large animal for each faction. For the knights, you get a lion. For the Vikings, you get a bear. For the samurai, you get a tiger. For the Wulin, you get a dragon, like a Chinese-style dragon, or hell, a panda, or another tiger. No, you know what? A snow leopard. A snow leopard would be cool. For the Outlanders, you could get creative with those. But instead, all we've gotten so far is a wolf, a sheep, and now a Shiba Inu. You know, you've got and the Jaguar. I forgot the Jaguar. I apologize. We did get the Jaguar. But to me, I feel like you've got such creative directions you could take. In fact, I'm glad y'all didn't raid me. I'm glad For Honor didn't raid me because this gives me the chance to rant, and I don't feel bad talking down about this stuff. But this wasn't it. The patch notes were great. Don't get me wrong. The patch notes were great. I liked the patch notes. I liked all that I saw there except for those 3 small things. The rest I liked. The rest of this, the event. The event's fine. I like the Assassin's Creed event fine. The hero skins, though, the Shiba Inu illustrious outfit, not worth it to me. Unless Ubisoft gives it to me for free, which sometimes they do because I'm a content creator and sometimes I get that free access stuff. Unless they give it to me for free, I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to waste my steel on them. There's not even lore to go along with it. Like, they're not even adding lore for these heroes or why they're here. It's not worth it to me. Don't forget about the mini wyverns and the Qilin. Yeah, I'm not sure I count those. They're just kind of floating there. I was thinking something more large, more meaningful. Like, can you imagine having trained animals that each faction can call on? But yeah, this was kind of a mix stream for me. I hope one day they will raid me. I really do, but I am half convinced that I am blacklisted. I'm half convinced. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Being a content creator for this game can be so difficult. Not because the game is bad, but because I genuinely don't think I deserve it. Here's what I mean by that. I've been a content creator for this game for a while, and I've been involved with the content creator sphere for a less amount of time, probably about maybe 3 or 4 years. And one thing that I always notice is that whenever us content creators get together to talk about stuff or to discuss, you know, changes to the game that we'd like to see, or balancing updates we'd like to suggest, or anything like that, I always feel like I have nothing to provide because I don't know the first thing about balancing. I don't know the first things about the damage numbers or timing or frame rates or any of that. I don't understand that stuff. That's all stuff that I hear them talk about. I hear folks like Nutella talk about it, Raptor X talk about it, Freeze talk about it, Bean talk about it, the Filthy Spaniard talk about it, a Break and Run talk about it. All these people talk about this stuff. I don't understand it. I end up reading all that they post, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. I really do feel like it's like I can't offer anything. I can't, and like if they were to say, hey, what do you guys think would be a good change for this character? I can't say anything because my area of expertise has always been in narrative and history. And most people don't care about that. Look, here's the thing. I got into a spat with someone the other day because you know how in my For Honor analysis videos, I kind of make the joking transition, the sarcastic transition. Who cares about lore? No one cares about lore. It's obviously a sarcastic joke because of people who tell me no one cares. But the truth is, lore and narrative and history genuinely are the least liked things about the game. Most people do not care about it. Some do. I'm not saying not everyone does, but some don't care about it. But that's the thing that I know and understand, which is why I'm one of the least watched content creators. And there are times I just feel like, do I deserve this? You know? Do I deserve to be where I am? And a part of me says no. A part of me says that I got here purely by luck and because I was recommended by Havoc, because he is a friend, and he recommended me to the For Honor team to be part of the Content Creators Program. And I think that's the only reason I've gotten as far as I have. I think that's the only reason. Which is why I think I'm the only content creator who saw this stream and was not all that excited by what I saw. Because I looked at the Assassin's Creed Shadows and Valhalla skins and the stuff that they're adding, and I thought, this isn't it. There were better ideas. There were better things they could have done. There was... I would have... You know what I would have liked to see? How about an Alexios or Cassandra Centurion skin? That would give us our Spartan after all this time. And it would fit pretty well. Or an Alexios Cassandra Gladiator, you know? Like I said, a Bayek Medjai, an Edward Kenway Pirate, you know? A Connor Berserker. You know, there were options. There were choices that could have been made that I think would have been better. But the truth is, I think I'm the only one who cares about that. Because I know that there will be people who tell me, bro, it's fine. The Assassin's Creed skins look so good. They look so awesome. I'm one of those guys who just doesn't always abide by the rule of cool. Sometimes I do want things to not just be cool, but smart. The reason, and I'm seeing some of the chat message, and I appreciate y'all's kind words, but the reason I don't think I deserve the position is because, to me, the content creator community should be people who understand the game and can help improve it through their knowledge and input. Like, whenever we get to talking, whenever we have meetings or talks about things that we want to see changed, like I said, I don't know what to add. And I barely understand what's being talked about. Like, for example, the Tian D changes, like the adjustments to his dodges and their guard break vulnerability. I couldn't tell you if that's a good or a bad thing. Genuinely, I couldn't. And I know someone in chat could tell me later, oh, well, let me tell you why it's a good versus a bad thing. Let me explain that. And I'm sure you could. And I would learn. But I'm a content creator. Shouldn't I, by that right, already know something about what I'm talking about? It's kind of like someone was promoted to general of a military, but he doesn't know the first thing about tactics. It's kind of like someone being made a quarterback of a football team, but he doesn't know how to organize a play. You know, you'd think that a person who's supposed to be a creator in this field would have at least a respectable knowledge on the thing he's talking about. An expertise, if you will. So that's the reason why I have such negative opinions about myself as a content creator. Because I just don't feel like I'm worthy to be here. Because I look at folks like Raptor X, who I predicted a long time ago would surpass me. He has. By a wide margin. I look at Wexra. I look at Havoc. I look at Spooky Wizard, who is growing tremendously. I'm so proud of him. I look at Bean. I look at Nutella. I look at Freeze. I look at all these people, and I just see people who not only like this game, but understand it on a fundamental level to the point that when the question is raised, what can we do to fix this game? Or what can we do to fix these characters? Or what can we do to balance this stuff? They not only know how to answer that question, they can go into deep detail and make it make sense. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here at the kids' table going, I know what they're based on. So that's kind of why I feel the way I do. This isn't me quitting. I mean, I know some people are probably like, Raven, are you quitting? No, I'm not quitting. Hell no. I still enjoy doing this too much. I just wish... I felt this way while I was thinking... Remember earlier when they showed the Assassin's Creed skins and I went silent for a bit? I stopped myself because literally I was thinking... I'm going to sound like such a pessimistic asshole if I go off on this. I'm going to sound like such a negative Nancy if I go off on this. And there will be other content creators who are going, this is awesome, this is great, we love the design of the skins, it's such a good nod to Assassin's Creed. And I want to be positive. That's the whole reason I made my channel in the first place. I want to be positive. I want to be uplifting. I want to talk about the game and make it better. But there are times I'm like, man... I don't know all there is to know about the patch notes. I don't know what makes this change good or bad half the time. And I can't even praise the skins this season. I love Assassin's Creed. I didn't like Assassin's Creed Shadows. I love For Honor. I don't know all there is to know about balancing a fighting game. I understand this game in a way no one else does. True. But understanding a game the way no one else does doesn't mean much when the way you understand it isn't the way people want to understand it. Let me explain what I mean. Because I can give you an example. If I were to tell you... Okay, let me put it this way. Think about your favorite sports team. Whatever sport. Football, basketball, soccer, football, whatever. And you're about to watch a big game about... that features a sport. So you're about to watch a football game, a basketball game, a baseball game, a soccer game, whatever. Do you want the commentators to talk about the plays and what was done well or badly in the plays? Or do you want the commentator to talk about the history of the game? That's what I mean. Because I'm that commentator who could tell you the history of the game. I'm that commentator who could tell you why the game is played the way it is. I can't tell you whether or not the play was right or wrong. And that's why I feel I don't deserve to be the commentator. Yeah, Warriors Inn is done, Hosea. Anyway. I probably need to go. I gotta go and start writing up my notes for when I make my video. I got to get that written up. I didn't mean for this closing to get all heavy. Just, I'm trying to explain why this stream is hard for me to comment on. Look, I don't mind Assassin's Creed coming back. I love the patch notes. And I enjoyed, you know, seeing new content. I enjoy new content. I want new content. I want the game to keep doing better. But for a while now, I do feel like you know, you understand what I mean. You understand what I mean. I got my promotion at work. I've been promoted. I'm an assistant manager now. I'm a service professional. I'm now being asked to work more shifts, work longer hours. It's more money opportunity. And the closer I get to actual management, the more I have to weigh my career versus my YouTube stuff. I don't want to give one up over the other. But that's why I'm weighing this so much in my head lately. That's why I haven't been streaming as much lately. Because of work and because I don't know what I can give anymore. I made this channel back when For Honor was at its lowest, you know? No one liked it. Every YouTube video I saw was another YouTuber quitting the game, complaining about it, saying how bad it was. So I made a YouTube channel to talk about what I loved about it. And that exploded. And I'm so grateful it did. But now, I feel like I've given all I can. And if that's true, is it time to put it down and work on what's in front of me? That's what's been weighing on me. That's why I'm having this kind of talk right now. I don't have the answer yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been praying about it a lot. I just don't know yet. I know it's my choice. But it's not an easy one. Yeah, I know. It's not just For Honor. It's not just For Honor that people watch me for, I know. But there's no question that For Honor is the biggest thing that people come to me for. That's true. Well, I have a great community. I know you guys are awesome. And I know at the end of the day, I'm very fortunate to be where I am. I'm fortunate that I'm able to do stuff content creator-wise for Honor and for other things. I'm grateful that I have an audience to watch my stuff. I'm grateful that I've been promoted. I'm grateful for a lot of things. So I don't want you to think that this is me being depressed or broken or anything. I'm just caught between where I want to be and where I am. You know what I mean? It's just... It's hard to convey how I'm feeling in words. I'm trying to, but I'm not sure I'm doing a good job. But anyway, I've been going on a while. I want to thank every single one of you for being here. I hope that my talk dragged us out a little longer, so those of you watching on Twitch can get your Twitch drops from me. We will be doing another stream very soon. I don't know if it'll be tonight. Normally I do D&D on Wednesday nights, but Thursday, we should be able to stream. Actually, Lark may want to stream then. We'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely do Friday. We'll definitely stream Friday, regardless. We may do a daytime stream. I may do a daytime stream Thursday. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, guys, I want to say this for the record. I'm excited for what's coming. Not so much for the hero skins. Not so much for the illustrious outfit. Not going to worry about that. Not my thing. But I'm excited for the patch notes, which ones I understand. And I'm excited to continue making content for the game while I can. Got a lot that I want to talk about. And I'm grateful to all of you for coming. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to get this out there. I want to say this for the record. There are so many content creators who came to watch this. And all of them are phenomenal. They're all so much better than me in a lot of ways. And yet you chose to watch my stream. And I will never take that for granted. That means so much. I mean, looking at right now, combined YouTube and Twitch views, we have 220 people watching right now. 220 people. I didn't even know we'd get to 200, but we did. We've been over 200 for a while. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. So, and it's all because of you guys. It's all because of you guys. So, you guys make this worth doing. My own personal fears and anxiety aside, you guys make this worth doing. I'm in a much better place than I was a couple months ago. I'm not drowning in depression or debt or fear. I just want to get the answers to where I'm going next. That's all there is to it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here because I do need to first use the bathroom, then eat lunch, then get to work on the video. So I got a lot to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. I'm going to wrap it up here. And you know what? As always, guys, I will see you in my next video. Take care.